long maps. It might be one very short map and one very long map. It could be two very short maps. It could be three very short maps or three very long maps. I feel like it's going to depend really on the individual showing up for paiN in a big way, much like the lack of Inside for Imperial hampered them in their, or rather for MIBR hampered them in their opening series. Imperial will need some strong performances from Dust2 again. I'd like to see Try's op over here on Dust2 begin to take over the show a little more as we hop into Dust2. Imperial on the T side, utility for Vinny, a P250 raid boss for Try, and dual Berettas for Kawaz. He's posted up over towards lower tunnels. In fact, nobody on the A side proper for paiN, playing more of a retake. One on Cat, two bottom middle, and another one deep mid towards CT. That's Big Uzetta, just keeping an eye on the cross. There's a smoke now to guys off his vision. Another smoke going down towards Cat, a Molotov towards Gandalf. And the take is on, the bomb's going down. It's a 5v5 retake as paiN have allowed the T side to get a bomb plant, which is something you don't exactly want to do on that CT pistol.
It's not, and a 5 versus 5 retake means chaos. It always does, without exception. All 5 are on catwalk. They thought about going for a run boost through the smoke and then thought better of it. A straight flash is the call instead. Triple or double nade onto site, takes down one. Big U actually is the one that takes him down with a pistol. Dust2 a triple on the site to try and hold them off. Gives his teammate a recoverable situation. Vinny at range with the Glock, not the weapon you want. No Kevlar either, only adds insult to injury. And so at range, the USP will reign supreme. Defuse comes through, even without the kit, there's time. That is a 1-0 for paiN and a rather quick retake. I like the nade stack. I like the double from Big U. Dust2, again, still hot. I think it's a very fiery day for him, but 3 is not enough to get his team across the line.
3 not nearly enough to get his team across the line, unfortunately for him. But it's going to be a 4-spy regardless for Imperial. We've seen them make it work with lesser weapons. We've seen them get burned by lesser weaponry. There was a scout for Try, and I believe that would have seen the cross there between Snow and Luke's. But I don't believe there's any real information for paiN here. It's a very wide open middle now. Big Uzetta keeping an eye on things from CT, but he's stuck in the open. He gets contacted, he's going to have to fight his way through. He takes half damage and swings for more. Big Uzetta, one of the better fragging in-game leaders, takes down a pairs. Try will finally put him down. Lux comes down, or Lux, depending on how you want to say it, comes through to the next, but Vinny has shut him down in due turn. NQZ mid-range with the MP9 makes it work, and this 4-spy round from Imperial falls flatter than a flapjack. paiN Gaming started off with a 2-0 and probably will be a third here, only losing 2 to the Rifles.
Only losing 2 versus the Force is a pretty good outcome, all things considered. Additionally, not allowing that bomb plant. Bomb plant doesn't mean as much anymore for the T economy, but it's still, you know, a good amount. It's not as crazy as it once was. And so Imperial forced back now to pistols. Not just one deagle. Some hope. But Tech 9s and P250s will struggle at range. I say that. Try. Did he get a collateral onto NQZ and Kawaz?
I think he did.
That's unreal. 2 kills for the price of 1. Phelps goes down, so chipping away at what is a man advantage for Imperial. paiN needs to just hold their lines, slow down. They do still have the advantage given the rifles. Snow 1, Snow 2. Again, at range, the pistols are going to struggle. Dooley's out, shows they can still sing, though. Dust2 gets a trade, takes down that lit player. Big Uzera, though, ready for the trade, sprints through the smoke. 3-0 for paiN, but that round is costly. It was a time for them to potentially build up some economy, and that idea was taken from them by the collateral of the deagle.
Yeah, losing 3 players is not ideal for paiN in that situation. Now NQZ will get his op in the server. Try has one as well. Both ops without helmets, although I think for Try it's a little bit worse for him as he goes for the boost peek down bottom middle again. Lux might take this dry fight. He actually spots the head of Try, misses the shot, and he will back away wisely, not wanting to overextend and lose that opening pick for no trade potential for his team. Even then, trades still favor the T's. Not exactly a good idea to go for an overzealous fight. Good discipline there from the rifler on paiN. Up on catwalk, though, NQZ using that self-boost to its fullest effect. Spots the arm. The Molotov goes in, and it will burn him down. He will not get the early peek, instead his nade will come through. and not tickle anybody over on the Imperial side either. Bigazetta back in middle. Descenti waits for him. And that is a big duel won by Descenti. Bigazetta's double in from CT was huge in round number 2. Smoke on the catwalk, run bomb down top catwalk. Lots of time available to Imperial that do not have to commit to this. And while they take bottom mid, paiN have actually slipped into upper tunnels and created a bit of a pincer maneuver that can come back and bite Imperial should they make a move and be unaware of this. They're watching with Try, and he will not miss the first option.
Big shot, knows there could be a second. He's going to clear it out the hard way. Timing just not in his favor, though, and Lux will make the most of it. Op down in a second to boot. Not to mention, he's still kicking. Walking through his own smoke as well. NQZ is the one with the op in hand, and he will drop no way. Vinny gets one on the Kawez, but Lux, a monster through lower tunnels, triples down. The last alive is Vinny, the IGL going towards catwalk. 15 seconds left, and no one to support him. At this point, it's just a double up. NQZ, as he runs through the smoke, drops Vinny. And paiN continue their tear, 4-0. And in spite of early losses, they still find ways to win rounds. I like their aggression, their tenacity. It's not that classic reckless Brazilian swing, but it is calculated, it's purposeful, and it's directed. They have an idea, they go together, they aren't alone. It's a very measured paiN, and that's a very scary prospect.
Yeah, I love Big Uzetta teams. I love watching him play as well, and that call to take control of upper tunnels, absolutely brilliant. That's kind of what gives them that road back in, despite Try watching for it being read by Imperial. Lux is able to fight his way through, find both the op and one of the players on catwalk, get out of there as well. And Imperial calling a timeout to try and get their wheels out of the mud because they're just spinning and spitting up a bunch of dirt without creating any actual traction. It's a half buy here for the T's. A couple of Galils, a Deagle from No Way, Vinny P250, Try, Glass Cannon, Scout, if you even want to call it a Glass Cannon. The lack of a helmet for NQZ is something to keep an eye on in this round. That op, it's down bottom middle. For the first time, Imperial don't have somebody watching that angle. Flash goes high out towards long. Calez look yet to open his account. Tagged and bagged through that smoke by Phelps. No return fire yet from paiN Gaming. Finding a mark. Nade goes in, but it will not do much besides 1 point of damage. NQZ flashes in, spots one towards Plat. Big Uzetta there to support as well from Elevator. NQZ smoked off now. As be careful of his cross. Runs into a pair. He does get one before Try puts him down. As Snow has found a supportive frag through CT spawn. Phelps tagged at 24. Big Uzetta and Elevator still Try. Gets another one as the bomb gets planted. Man advantage here for Imperial. As paiN players getting tagged and eventually felled. As No Way goes over top to find Big Uzetta. Lux. No money for paiN despite the 4-0 start. Means that the half-buy victory for Imperial resets the CT side. And look where Phelps is already. The hunt. Instantaneous from Imperial. Lux will be lucky to get out of this one alive as he is wounded. First shot will win this, presumably. And there's definite advantage to the man on the prowl.
Quick enough. He's getting there, but he's not clearing the angle. Step was heard. Phelps is similarly low, and he won't force the issue, so both will survive. Imperial open up their account. First round on the board, not a moment too soon. As you mentioned, resetting paiN's economy, and the hero of that round is Try through and through. 2 kills, a tag onto that final player, and I think another tag somewhere in there in the mix as well. A huge performance from the Scout in that round. NQZ is going to try to do the very same here and now. No Kevlar, much like his opponent Try. Aggression, lower tunnels for Lux, at least in the early goings. That hero AK needs to be careful. If he falls, teams will definitely want to recover that weapon. It needs to be someplace that it can be. If not, it'll be wasted.
Very good point, my friend. The AK down bottom middle. Maybe it may get tested first here, as that smoke will fade soon enough. No Way goes over top. Look. Hawks into the corner, playing anti-flash, not expecting the peek over top of Xbox. And while that AK had a lot of work to do in the round, it does absolutely nothing. It's in a basically impossible spot to recover at this stage of the round as well, given the position of the T side. Catwalk and under lower tunnels. The rotations coming through. Lots of noise being made. Big is not going to hear that. I think he's going to know that it's a B take as well, although they've given up pretty much all control of that B site. Snow has no utility to stall. Big U has the AK at the very least. Gives them something, as Imperial are taking this perhaps a little bit too slowly. They're allowing paiN to get some players in position here. Big U needed a kill out of that, though. Snow sprays away for 2, but he only finds 1. Big U's lack of a kill now coming up huge, as it's a 4v2, and Imperial will have 2 in a row here. Force Spy from paiN finds nothing, and they will just try and save what they have, maybe get an exit upgrade. That, however, very unlikely given the situation. And for Imperial, you shouldn't be really hunting here. Vinny was trying to get out of there and escape the bomb explosion. So Kawes will grab an AK after the back of that and try, or Descenti rather, with the op in his hands. Drops the AK on the ground.
Shadow. Trays him. Scout now. Where the enemies normally are. All the way up. Top mid. Bomb will go without a hitch. Scout will not be hunted down. It'll be a save for paiN Gaming in round number 7. All but guaranteed. Maybe an upgraded pistol, but even that seems like it might be too expensive. Balance sheets, the credit sheets. Imperial. Playing their game now in their groove. Try has his op in hand. Descenti's doing Descenti things. Now they get to start this T-sided in earnest. This was the quintessential T-sided map. Actually, at one point, the only T-sided map in the pool. I'm curious to see if it still remains T-sided, given the self-boost up catwalk that's been newly added. Only time will tell.
True statement and very good song. Probably not your style of music, though, Nate. Knowing you, I'd be surprised if you could actually recognize that song if it was played.
I might recognize it.
Only time will tell by Asia.
Maybe not.
Try wins the duel with the op against the scout. Pistols next in line are falling like dominoes as No Way and Phelps grab 3 for Phelps, 1 for No Way. A little bit of singe damage, but a flawless anti-eco there from Imperial. Now they'll look to put this one into high gear, trying to tie this up and send paiN Gaming back to pistols once again. No op for NQZ. And what started off well for paiN is now showing holes where the cracks once were on their narrow victories against the rifles of Imperial. The op boost out for Try. He will not take a shot, as has been his custom. And no real changes to the CT side from paiN, surprisingly. I would like to see a little more cat presence here, Nate. Maybe get somebody up through cat, pushing down and deep. At least
it's very
some
passive
sort of
all and hold middle.
Yeah.
It's very passive.
And Big U's having to basically hold off against 2-3 players all on his own. He's only won that fight once.
It's been Big U or Snow, I believe, holding this. And it's been very too passive. He gets help when like in reaction. Rarely are they double stacking. They're finally moving one down off the contact, but it's too late.
Oh my gosh.
Even then, Lux can't even trade. Caught by No Way, who's doubling down through doors. Yeah, this is timeout territory at this stage. Something's fundamentally wrong towards middle. Either A, set someone cat, preferably 2, you're right. Or send 2 towards lower middle. Drop was heard off catwalk. This is perfectly timed from Phelps, who's now on an expert flank. Bomb actually is coming towards A. Steps are now heard. Double up, destroys him. Phelps a bit cocksure on that one.
No nade to stop the plant.
Yeah, no nade to stop it either. This player's low, they wouldn't know that. It's planted for long, which makes things all the more difficult because Vinny is there. And No Way, despite of the lack of HP, shows no cowardice. Jumping up takes the fight to them. Big one to find. Snow gets a trade elsewhere, but paiN are cutting ties with the round at this stage. Going for exits at best, but even then, exits don't do too much. The economy for Imperial is bounteous. Lowest is what? Vinny at 3K, but everybody else is above 5. It's quite a statement.
It's been a good claw back in from Imperial. But they had their opportunities from the pistol round, even through that 4-round streak of paiN to kick off this map. It wasn't like Imperial were getting obliterated. They were still close. And that's why paiN got instantly reset when they lost that first after winning 4. Now with just Kawaz on an M4, a couple of pistols will come through. 5.7 on Snow, P250 on Lux, Deagle on Bigazetta. Smoke for NQZ. Imperial building up that bank, 10,500 on try. That's a nice opening too. One of those pistols is down for the count. The lone defender of the B side falls, and Lux is about to get blindsided as Phelps comes out. That's a messy spray. And Lux is still alive and kicking for now. He'll be hunted. 3 players coming through, a 3-prong attack, and he cannot fight his way out of that. NQZ falls in the meantime. Kawaz on the M4 peeks down to CT. As Bigazetta out towards long doors, goes a hunting and is forced away. Should just group up with Kawaz and play the buddy system, keep that M4 alive if they can. But Imperial are about to grab a lead here as we get to the tail end of this first half of this first map. Imperial picked it. But I will say, though, CT side on Dust2, not exactly the most fun place to be, even though both teams do have a slightly CT-sided record on it. It's very even, about 4% between the two sides. And a pistol round victory can surely get paiN back into the driver's seat in the second half.
Probably give them some second wind. I think the biggest issue for them right now is that they're not really getting the openings. They're kind of just waiting, resting, and they're getting picked off. You know, not 9 times out of 10, but a majority of the rounds, even the rounds they won, they were finding kills in response. They were not finding that opening. They weren't cleanly winning them. And as you mentioned, that's what really hampered their economy. No rounds were clean. But equally important is no rounds were clean and no openings were found. They won rounds in spite of that. Now that's not going to work. It's not going to cut it. Rifles back out. Still no tac pause. Maybe they have a change in mind already. Talking it over during the half/save. Lux again going for the tried and true lower tons. There's the support we wanted to see on Catwalk. NQZ drops Phelps. Opening secured. There's a changeup we were waiting to see. Big Uzera now taking a more direct approach towards middle. Flashed away. A real opportunity for this paiN gaming squad to tie things back up.
NQZ is going to get tested again here. Smoke for the catwalk run. Nade will go through. Doesn't do any damage. Nobody there. Molotov onto trash can as well. I guess you could call. There's going to need to be a new call out for that.
Jump up.
Jump. Boost. Solo boost. Bigazetta's nade finds try, though. That's another key player to lose. And NQZ strikes onto Vinny. Bigazetta now up on the boost. Jumps up, spots both 1 and 2. Great flash from NQZ. Bigazetta can't find the last, but he did so much damage on that way. Tickled down to 2 HP. Sneezed on by Kawaz. And we're tied at 5 here into the penultimate. The anti-penultimate tied it up for paiN. And a double op setup now for the CT side as well. Gotten for free. That's always fun to see. Dust2, home, the OG home of the double op setup. And it's not something you see all too often in CS2 in general. The fact that it's no investment required, even better.
The CT economy's in a bad way, and yeah, it's been months if not years since I've seen a double op setup in earnest. Not out of sheer desperation. It does get dismantled immediately, though. Try gets the opener on one of the two. The backup op of Lux. Big opener to find. But paiN game, again, measured aggression. This time they're up catwalk. Big Uzera and Kawaz doubled up. The Senti was watching for a push middle, but he's not expecting that walk up cat. He's watching for it now. Kawaz. First contact. It's effectively boxed them into A. The rest of his squad has left. Does Descenti clear this corner? That is the biggest question. Should spot the barrel. He's going to clear it. Timing's everything. Phelps also in the meanwhile drops Snow. And so paiN Gaming have been picked apart. 2 versus 5. No inroads in the sight. And a plant forthcoming. They're definitely pivoting to a save at this stage. Just trying to get out alive. Given the fact that Descenti's on the backlines. Spray. Belabored and exploited. NQZ does end Descenti. That's a rare miss from him.
Yeah.
Regardless, it is still Imperial escaping with the round and at least a tied ball game going into the second half. And all the individuals on this team have really kind of awoken. Descenti's doing well for himself, not the stand-up performance we saw earlier, but still doing okay. No Way and Try have been doing very well for themselves. Vinny's a little bit quiet, 5 and 7, but that's still what you'd expect from your IGL. And Phelps, he's been really good on the ecos. I think half his kills came from one eco round, but still, tremendous lurking ability.
Terrorists win.
Also some decent entries.
Will we see a 6-6 score line, or can Imperial claim the half victory? There's a buy for paiN. Everyone has utility. Everyone has rifles. Double op now for Imperial, as it did nothing great for paiN. Try and we'll give it a shot with No Way. That one, I believe, just a tiny tag to the toe of Lux. Almost no damage sent back the way of the CT side on that shot. Flash goes in. Big is head up blind, and he will not fire back. Ours was blinded as well, so he could not go for the aggression. He's going to burn, and he will find nothing but damage. Try eliminates Lux, and everything falling apart again for paiN. Their 4-round streak off the initial is all they really can speak of, as Imperial claim the half as we hit to the break.
Somewhat uninspired first half for paiN. Comes up short, just barely though, 7-5 in favor of Imperial. It is their pick after all. It's Pineapple Phillips and Boggs to bless the ears. Imperial now looking to put this one to bed. They were notoriously good on pistol rounds in the last series. Will that trend continue here? Can they redeem themselves after the first half pistol loss? It looks like they will. Lux and Snow, the final pair. Lux on only 18 HP. In a 2 versus 4, this seems nigh impossible. Bomb plant seems similarly impossible, similarly improbable. You have some space to work with. The issue is the Glock at range is a fickle beast. The USP, somewhat more serviceable. Now with the dualies locking them in.
They have both
this point,
P250s.
They do. They get P250s. Descenti still does one in. Smoke and a shot gives Lux an opportunity. He can get out now. This is something become much more interesting a prospect for Imperial.
Look at Try. He's already up catwalk, though. He's charging to lock in the exit. Lux is caught as a rat in the trap. He's going to have to fight his way through. Spotted. The jig is up. Try. Sui, domed by Lux, and now, while there might not be hope for his rebel friends, might still work out. Phelps is low. He falls as well. Last man standing. Vinny domed too. And Lux, against all odds, isolates 4 1v1 duels. Headshots, all of them. Timeout used by paiN. And I know exactly why you do too, Nate, because quote-unquote comms are a mess. That is a hero play from Lux.
Victory there is inconceivable. Should never happen. paiN given that victory. Lux made the most of it. Sure, he sees the day. He didn't miss the opportunity. But you don't win a 1 versus 4 without your team or without your enemies making mistakes. Individual duels being given, the first of 4 looking towards pit. And a grandmaster play to isolate those final 2 into 1v1s. The P250 coming in clutch at range and up close. A win like that is definitely tilting for the mental of Imperial. And now paiN are going to press the advantage. Imperial know how close they were. They go for a force buy immediately. MP9's a scout. 5.7s as well. He's pale in comparison to the rifles. Even the MAC-10s given the utility on their belts.
Imperial could definitely find a victory here. And I wouldn't be too surprised if they do. But if they end up losing this map, hearken back to the second half. That's a nice tag. No way gets one. Goes 1 for 1, however. Descentia waits outside mid doors as Vinny takes control of upper. Snow begins to clear up the stairs as well, but he loses the fight to the 5-7. And Vinny wisely bails out of that situation. Does not want to get caught alone. Descenti still bottom mid around the doors as the smoke begins to fade. Kawes leads the charge as NQZ brings the bomb. They'll go lower to cat to A. Upper to lower to cat to A, and Descenti might even pop through here. He's on the push. He gets caught by Kawes, so it's a good head on a swivel play from the rifler. And now mid to B, I think, is the call. Smoke down. Vinny's on no HP, and they know this. Nobody through CT. Vinny hears them coming, and he's just going to try to tuck away unsuccessfully. The tag, but not quite the bag. This is going to make it a little bit easier. Lux up onto the scaffolding. Do they clear this? Do they go for the retake, Imperial, or do they save what they have? And the latter seems to be the course of action here. As paiN will tie things up, 7-all, and again, 1v4 for Lux on the pistol.
paiN aren't going to be sitting pretty for a majority of this game, especially not with Try hitting shots as he is. Can't let off the gas, even with a victory like that. And with a 1 versus 4 clutch. Bomb will go off. Tied ball game at 7 a pop. Imperial forced to save going into round number 15, but they'll have a dropped pistol from Phelps at least to work with.
Terrorists win.
Still can't believe a 1 versus 4 ace clutch.
That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. You know what they say about 1v or 1v5s? You don't win them, you get given them.
Yep. Rushing to the tunnels for the pistols. I like the smoke. I like the idea. It does stymie what paiN we're doing, but doesn't actually secure any kills. Cowes is finally beginning to wake up. He's had a difficult first map to the series. That's his 4th kill in the game.
There's another one from him. Takes a little bit more damage on that engagement, but he's still alive and kicking. Swaps the rifle over, picks up the MP9. He'll go and try to find some more. Vinny finds the trade on the Cowes eventually. Luck's there for the next, and Vinny falls down. 2 left. It's Descentian, no way. paiN looking to get a lead back for the first time since it was 5-4 a long time ago. No way peeks out. Spots a few at the 5.7 at range. Not exactly the most accurate piece of weaponry. Snow is eventually taken out, though, and NQZ dinked and finished as well. This is turned against paiN now. A round which they should have had on lock. That smoke works wonders for the CT side, for No Way in particular. And now he's got an AK to work with. Descenti should be able to get one as well. Feasible retake here from Imperial? Not really, given their lack of armor and health. But overall, a successful round for the CTs. They'll get some guns out of this. They'll deal some damage to the paiN gaming economy. Overall, not too shabby. And kind of reminds me of what happened in the first half when paiN got their 4-round streak. They were winning rounds, but it wasn't clean.
I was going to say, they find ways to win rounds, but they're never easy. They're never one-sided. They're always losing something.
It's hard to build success off of that.
Yeah, you can't build a bank off that, especially on the CT side. That really is an exploitable weakness. That's how Imperial got back into it, how they tied it up. But I think both teams can be reasonably happy with this round. paiN survive, keep winning. But Imperial do some damage and also get some guns in hand. No Way also has Kevlar already. Definitely a worthwhile save for the two of them. Now we can see an op-in play. Don't think we would have seen it otherwise, at least not without it being a glass cannon. Try. Again, not flashy with his op, but ever present. Good damage, consistent damage from him. NQZ also has an op of his own out to play.
Big U has control of Cat. Og out for Vinny. He loves that gun, particularly on Nuke. Seen him have some good success on that map, as that will be our 2nd map, so guaranteed. Inferno the decider if we go the distance, which is a decent chance we will. Smoke the doors crossed. Spam does nothing. Another slow CT side, very passive, this time from Imperial. Although at least they have long control with No Way all the way up. It's been a little more mobile than paiN's was throughout the mid-round.
A little more fluid.
Mm-hmm. Do they clear
stagnant.
No Way? That's the question.
They have to. There's so many people here. There's the spot. The shadow showed. No Way wins it. Double, perhaps. Trying to dodge the flash. Still turns around and gets one. Oh, it was a flash from Try to assist that he turned from. Try also gets one on his top. It's a shutdown of the long press. They know Big U's there is here now. Spot comes through. A little Will is going to struggle. Actually, there's 2 players without helmets, so it could feasibly work. Try on the op does not miss shoulder peaks like that. NQZ, the last one left with 15 seconds. And he's cut ties with the round. Holding for exits, already spotted. 2 misses from him. And that's punished fully by No Way. 8-8, tied back up. No Way having a Herculean performance on this map. Try doing well for himself as well at 14. And Descenti, quieter than the first series, but still doing okay damage, all things considered. Those 2 stars, though, No Way and Try, head and shoulders above the team. Head and shoulders above their opponents as well.
Yeah, it's kind of been a bit of a skill diff in some of these rounds for Imperial. And think about how different the scoreline would be if Lux didn't pull off the 1v4 on the pistol. This map would be over.
Just about, it'd be like 12-8.
Yeah.
12-6, excuse me. Thereabouts.
Try's got mid on lock. Not playing aggressive, where he can still fall away if utility's thrown. Molotov going to give away the position of Big U. Might actually encourage Try to. He'll go for a shot instead. Not going to connect it. Nate will do some damage, however. More utility flying through as he has help from Descenti pushing in from B. No contact fully made, though, between either side, as it's all in from paiN in this round. Up to Catwalk. They begin the run. Great nade damage further chunking down the T's. As Imperial have not made full visual contact yet, but they have hemmed paiN into this mid-take. Descenti is ready to rebuke them. They'll hear the footsteps coming through tunnels as well. Now up towards the doors they come. 1 for 1. It's a good trade from Cowes. The AUG from Vinny finds nothing as the spray bucking like a Bronco goes awry. And a B-side retake is going to be a very difficult proposition for Imperial here. paiN seem to be finding ways to keep their head above water and just barely on situations they shouldn't be.
Yeah. 3 versus 4, really not feasible. B-site is very difficult to crack open, even with an even man count. So they'll cut ties with it. They won't try. paiN, regain the lead, keep 4 alive, and also get an upgrade for NQZ to an AUG. Try, though, holds on to his op. He can drop a teammate an M4 if needed. Descenti can easily buy for himself, so he'll have a buy in the following. paiN, as you mentioned, just treading water, just enough to stay alive. 9-8. Big round. Stay alive.
It's a half buy that we're full investment that works out for paiN with only a couple of rifles. The force buy pays off. They keep just an inch ahead of Imperial. Now Try's going to try and stabilize some spot with the head. Doesn't get the shot, though. That's going to reveal the op on Cat as the Molotov sails onto his former position. Little pressure from underpass as well in the form of snow. Bigazetta has not been as flashy or brilliant as we normally expect from him. Try, though, loving the Dust2. Same could not be said for NQZ. On a map like Dust2, you want your opera to be this sparkling picture of domination. Try's been very good, but that one peaks with utility. Quite the opposite of what you want to see from the op. As Bigazetta grabs his 9th. It opens up some space for paiN to work. Up the catwalk, they'll run. Phelps will have Molotovs rain around him. Flashes for the push up catwalk. Phelps loses the duel against Lux. And now all of a sudden the A side is open. The cat flank can come through. No Way's up long. They're ready for it. A good flash will keep him at bay for now. The bomb goes down. Flank goes on catwalk. No Way swings. And no way he's getting out of that double peek as Cowes into his lower tunnels. Domes Vinny. Bigazetta the last onto Descenti. And we have double digits here for paiN Gaming. Timeout used by Imperial. Their second of 3. And paiN getting a little bit of ground now, as that's their cleanest victory they've had almost all map. And it could not come at a more opportune time.
Yeah. The dying embers at this point. We're at the late stage, burning down to the very bitter end. 10-8, reestablishing a lead. As you mentioned, finally finding something convincing. Imperial, right time to call a timeout. They can still invest, still have the op. They clearly need to change something up because something's amiss. Haven't seen a lot of lower tunnels aggression from them either.
Neither team,
You
really.
mentioned we saw a couple rounds from Lux, I think 2 or 3. We've seen nothing from Imperial though. You mentioned they're more fluid. They're also less aggressive, at least at this stage.
Long run from paiN, fast and furious. They'll train on through. Molotov's burning. Phelps finds one as Noah's in the smoke, and he gets timing onto one, but cannot find more. There's still two here, and now they know, but Phelps demolishes the take. All up to Lux. He pulled off a 1v4 with the P250 and one-shot HP. But that was where his opponents were one-shot headshot. This is going to be a much harder monument for him to topple. Although, given his timing and positioning, he might actually get the drop on Try, who's going to go back to watch Cat. Fox, does he scope? He spots him. Scopes in. Headshot delivered. One dispatched. Two more to find. Vinny.
Both one shot.
Ooh, yeah, they're both one-shot headshot. There's a lot of time here from Lux, too. He clears out CT. But this amount of time that's been taken, Vinny's going to be able to get here in short order. Peek! Why does he peek? Why does he give him the 1v1? They give Lux the 1v1s again here. And Vinny, he's so far removed now. A Molotov in towards blue is going to clear out angles. The bomb is down towards corner. Lux is clearing as he has to expect where Vinny's coming from now towards long doors. The nade for Vinny spotted, and Lux hits the headshot on the scope. Another big clutch from him. A 1v4 with the pistol, a 1v3 to reset Imperial, and Lux is taking over the map. His kills are coming in bunches, and they're coming at huge moments.
2 tac timeouts used by paiN, and both are in response to stellar clutches from Lux. A 1 versus 4 in that pistol, and a 1 versus 3 with the AUG in the round prior. Massive rounds, tremendous impact. They single-handedly sways the outcome of this game. As you mentioned, without pistol in the second half, it would be curtains. Without a win like that to really cement this, Imperial could theoretically come back. Massive pair of rounds from him. And Imperial now stuck, grasping at straws. They're going to get whatever they can. It's a half buy, it appears, with a couple hero rifles. I say half buy, but No Way and Try are all in. 8-11, 2 rounds, and paiN steal away the pick of Imperial.
And Try's tagged through the doors.
QZ's waking up.
It's a good time for that. Lux needs some help. He's been the light for paiN. But again, the same storyline in that 1v3 as the 1v4 on the pistol. Isolated 1v1 duels, which he just needs to win. And a lot of time between them, too.
He's given so much. Again, just seizes the day. Won't miss the opportunity if it's presented. We were praising Imperial for their lack of over-assertion in the first series, and yet here it's the entire opposite. They're getting too aggressive. They're playing alone.
They've fallen into paiN's pace.
Yeah, it's being played by paiN. Phelps at the doors. Will find the opening, but No Way is tagged down to 26.
And Lux
Try
is
is
alive.
at the exact same, and Lux is alive, so until he's down, you never can count anybody out.
Exactly. Grouped up for the B take. Good amount of utility, couple of flashes over to potentially blind the one solo holder and Try. He's already on 26 HP as well, so is No Way. Phelps is going to group up with Try, however, and now the utility comes on through. Try removed, so is Phelps very clean on the take, and No Way caught as well. Cow has the double entry. Snow next, Descenti in the flames, pushing in, only good for one as NQZ strikes around Pillar, leaving Vinny in the 1 versus 3. Lux pulled it off, but he had an AUG. He had all of the opportunities given to him on a silver platter. Full butler service. Vinny's just playing exits. paiN are about to take map point here, or get to map point rather, on their opponent's pick of Dust2 with quite a bit of buffer. 4 rounds between overtime and Imperial's current score. It seems like the air's been sucked out of the Imperial room.
And how are they going to approach Nuke? That's the question. You
That is
mentioned
a
it.
good question.
It's not an infallible map for paiN, but they're definitely going to be favored after a win like this. Still going for exits. Nothing for either party. 12-8, though. Map point in the opener. Imperial has one saving grace on map 2. It's the fact that they will start CT. That will give them something. Attack timeout used by Imperial. Backs are literally against the wall. They have to talk things out. Hopefully find something. Maybe No Way can get aggressive in towards lower tunnels. Play up close catwalk. Same with Vinny, given the compromised weaponry. Try. Are you going to go for a scout? The scout did single-handedly win them a 4-spy in the first half.
It's going to be interesting here. Smoke down for the cross. And a push into middle. He spotted a gun barrel in QC. He knows they're coming. The comm's been made. The shot not connected, but Lux is around the corner. Waiting at top middle as Cow is behind him as well. 1-2 combo here for paiN as they are ready for this Imperial aggression. Big Azetta and Snow keeping an eye on lower tunnels. They know it's a possibility someone's down here as well. Molotov burns at the feet. They go through it. And Descenti destroyed on the initial contact. Try's been spotted. No scope. The Pineapple Special going for another. Shut down by Snow. Cowes engaging No Way up on Catwalk. Lux taken down by Phelps, who's traded out immediately, and No Way flies through with the MP9. He's dodging bullets. He ducks down. Back, a good read from Snow towards the top of stairs. Keeps him alive and keeps paiN at a man advantage here. 2 versus 1. No Way AK bomb crossing all the way to B. It's long rotation. And Snow's one-shot HP. Jump spotting in towards window. What a read to go the other direction. No Way. He's gonna burn! He burns! He gets the kill! And that is how we end the first map! That's honestly the perfect ending for Imperial because it kind of sums up exactly how that second half went for him.
I would say it epitomizes that map at this point. But given time, Imperial has a new 5th. It's not easy to slot an Opper in on Nuke. paiN looked incredibly good on the map. As we talked about, 25 maps played in the last 3 days. Good, or last 3 months, not 3 days. That would be absurd. Very good performance versus domestic competition. For example, 2-2. 2 wins, 2 losses versus Fluxo. It's one of their best maps. Things are not looking good. Imperial need to start things off right on their CT side if they want any chance of going off to map 3. That's Inferno. We'll have to see what they can do here in a pistol. They were good in pistols in the first series of the day. Not so much versus paiN in the last map, however.
I was going to say, Imperial kind of struggled with the pistols throughout the day. But they've picked up 2 of the last 4 they've had. Try tapping away, unable to find anything as paiN work their way around the outer yard. Finally, Phelps and Try get kills, but paiN have at least slipped a couple of players down into the tunnels. Snow and NQZ trying to work their way down because Zeta deals with No Way for the first kill for paiN Gaming in this pistol round. Big Zeta tagged down a little bit lower as paiN try to make their way into the lower site. So many CTs swarming around here now, and up the ramp they go over towards A. It's a good call, a good audible. But Imperial still in a position to rotate up towards the top site here. Try contacted, but he's not going to get caught out just yet. Phelps back to blue, is peeking around, and it's Phelps with 2, maybe even a 3rd here as he taps away. Not going to get anything yet onto Big Azetta, but he will get the last laugh as he grabs 4. Great work there from Phelps. And a critical pistol round for Imperial here. Took a little bit of individual effort from a long-time player in the scene, a veteran, and a major finalist at that too. So he's got experience, and this team needed somebody to step up.
They did. Phelps is kind of hit and miss. He's kind of quiet at times, but he's very streaky in that one round. He'll have tremendous impact. 3 or 4 kills, for example. paiN, no bomb plant, nothing much going in that last round. Means they're going to be on a save. They're going to bite the bullet now. Straight Glocks. The dream. There's 1 Zeus on Cowes. Potential opportunity there. I also love that the Zeus recharges and makes a sound. Now you can shoot it, and then drop it somewhere and make a false sound cue.
Yep.
Just really hard to pull off correctly.
I
Can't
just
actually
love the
use it,
fact
though.
that it's rechargeable.
It's awesome. He's playing in towards hut, waiting for a drop to come through. Snow. Good damage. Not a kill. Senti. Now on to the dualies will be done in. No way, though. Taking up Stead as his try, flying through the sky. Zeus might work. No, it's spotted and betrayed by the hands. The last alive outside is Lux. He does not last long. 2-0, clean second for Imperial, barring that one loss of Descenti. But still a very solid win, all things considered. No bomb plants either means that paiN Gaming's bye in round number 3 will leave them wanting a little bit. You can see they're lacking a bit of utility here and there. Lux, does he go for a Galil to buy more utility, or does he just go for the AK instead? Surely the HUD isn't updating.
We'll find out. I hope it's a HUD bug. I do not have confidence that it is a HUD bug. I don't believe
Not a
it
HUD
is.
bug. He's running back to buy a gun.
Not live. Not live. I would maybe guess.
I think it's live. He's just running back to buy a gun.
There's no time.
It's too late to call a timeout.
Oh my gosh.
Guess there's one on the ground now. That's kind of a fiasco if I've ever seen one.
This has been an
think,
interesting series.
The app term I would use is maybe the snafu.
Yeah, Snafu's a good one. This is what, round 24 of the series?
13 A's 21, 22, 20. Yeah, 24.
And we've had quite a bit of interesting Counter-Strike.
Hijinks.
We'll go with that. A little trade there, 1-for-1 onto Big Azetta. Man advantage remains with Imperial here, as I'm really liking how Imperial CT side is very active, very mobile.
Yeah, both teams should be at no one in this map is too well versed. My only question is how well Try will slot in. He's doing pretty well for himself thus far. Ooh. Entries in, though. Inroads for paiN. 3 kills unanswered. It looked like Imperial had a handle on things. They had the opener, they had the trades. It was still in their favor, and yet defense collapses. Try now is known. That's the round. He could do some damage, perhaps get a 3rd kill. Even a 4th on the Snow and NQZ. And there's a blessing in disguise, Boggs. There's a blessing in disguise.
Mm-hmm.
Because we didn't have a rifle bought up by, what was it?
By Lux, yep.
It was Lux. He picked up the rifle off that body in lobby, and that gives Try no opportunity to save a rifle.
So what you're saying is this was all orchestrated by Lux knowing this exact situation would happen, and so that Imperial wouldn't get a free AK out of the round because he would pick up that body instead of the CT pushing into lobby.
Yes, it was an accident. It was not purposeful. It was an accident.
No. I see what you're saying here. You got the map out with the red line, the red thread everywhere.
See,
That makes sense.
I would say it was purposeful unless if he didn't run back to spawn out of desperation. If he didn't run back to spawn out of desperation, I would have said it's purposeful. But, you know, kind of gives it away.
Gosh darn it, Nate. Let the theories fly.
To be realist, pessimist, no one thinks that hard. Buy for both teams. Compromise for Imperial. 2 MT9s, one of those being scavenged from the last round. And opt for Try, though, is a very big note for Imperial. They've heavily prioritized that piece of kit over utility. We'll have to see if it pays off.
How did he get tagged? That's my question. I don't think it was the op either. Maybe it was.
He's playing. He's at ramp.
No. Oh, yeah. Oh, he was outside earlier.
Was outside.
I think.
NTZ was outside. It was either a tag or like 3 shots from an AK, maybe 4, 1 through the wall. You can only really surmise, having not noticed it, not looking close enough.
Yeah, I was looking at the T economy. I looked back at Imperial and I saw Try on 3 HP and I was a little confused.
It's a deadly combo at Decon and at Stairs. Phelps 1 Descenti off contact. It's a 2nd Phelps, a 3rd Descenti, a 4th. It's a ping and pong. It's a deadly combination. Gao, as the last alive, was lurking in lobby with 28 seconds left. He's going to spawn, saving the rifle for the following. That's going to make the economy of paiN very awkward. He's going to have 1350 in the bank to reinvest in utility. Snow has nothing in the bank right now. He'll probably have what? What's the loss bonus here? 1900? 2200?
Should be 20. Should be 22, I think.
22?
Should be
Should be
third round.
19. It's 19. It's fully reset.
Is it?
Yeah. Snow has 0. He's at 1900 now.
Well, unlucky.
NQZ can invest. Maybe a glass cannon op could be on the
Rifle.
table here.
Definitely rifle this.
He sold it back.
Are they going to half buy this?
Nope, he went right back in. They're kind of oscillating. They're not sure what they want to do.
Half buy?
Half buy.
Little investment.
And get them all on the same page economically, around 2K. 1 to 2K, I should say. Cow and NQZ are quite low.
They'll go Lil probably, or Mac 10 the next round. Maybe even drop it if it's Max.
Or Scout. Gawaz starts things off right. He has a quiet start once again. He's more supportive in that respect.
Double op out.
Early, and it's an op that they chose to invest into. No way and try. No way is the one at the ramp. This is the first opportunity.
Lux has armor too.
It's a lot of spam through the door. The round has been predicated on that. It's where the opening came from. It's where the fighting continues to happen. Try. Newest edition. Lurking up towards secret. No one's here to really challenge him, though. They're all just sitting in lobby. Less than a minute left now. paiN. Pressure's mounting. They have to make a decision. They're hoping that the rifles can do more before the take comes through.
It's the same thing they did last round, though. Hitting way too late, getting caught in a meat grinder, and getting gobbled up.
Here we go. 30 seconds left. They're going to go through door. One player at Tetris, one up top Mustang, and one outside of Mini. 3 and 4 the way of Imperial. It's a meat grinder. You're right. NQZ, the last. His hero AK is only good for 1. Vinny trades. 3 survive. Double op remains intact. And Imperial prevent the bomb plant as well. Everything going in their favor. paiN. With that economic finagling, they'll get into a buy once more. As you mentioned, Galil for Kawaz and probably NQZ if I had to guess. Imperial, though, looking good on their opponent's map pick.
Utility damaging down Big Uzetta to 44 HP. No way has that op out towards ramp again. And I would like to see paiN either take a timeout or move up the pace a little bit, because their offensive has been questionable at best. They do get the trade 1 for 1, but tries here both ops towards ramp is kind of crazy. And tries just going to go right back up the ladder over A, where Big Uzetta gets caught by Vinny, just keeping an eye on Hut. Things are collapsing for paiN Gaming. It's getting a little ugly here, Nate. It is getting very concerning.
Timeout time.
It was timeout time going into this round.
It was, but now it's definitely timeout time.
If they even get a bomb plant out of this, which I don't think they will, they're doing the same thing. Oh, we lost a guy? Or, oh, it's mid-round? All right. Let's stop, get a snack. I don't know. Scroll through X, see if there's any new CS updates, and then get back into the round when it's like 20 seconds to go.
You feel distracted, scared, paralyzed with indecision. 15 seconds left. They're actually going to go for it. They're hoping to wait. This time around, Imperial haven't made the right read and rotated. So bomb plant will be secured. Bam, not good enough for a kill. Good damage. Snow, though, is the one to get the kill. 2 versus 3 now is far more feasible in the long run.
No
utility. There are kits in play, though. And there is no utility. That is a very good point. Astute point. One's towards double doors, one's back top silo. Jump out of control is going to start things off. Molotov. QZ's in no man's land, a very awkward spot. The off angle works though. The op trades. Up top, Snow does so much damage, gets the kill. The op will not miss though. And Try has a kit on his belt. Just enough time to get the defuse. And while it was a close round, Imperial will not allow paiN to buck the trend.
Close but no cigar for paiN. Now they use their timeout. They still have not really done enough damage to that CT economy either. A couple rounds in a row will be what's necessary for paiN to really damage thoroughly that economy of Imperial. This one, a very odd beginning and a well-needed, much necessary timeout here for paiN. Lux has invested heavily. I don't know if that's going to be the case once the round actually comes through. Also, NQZ has the most kills on paiN. He has 4. Combined, let's see, 4, 8, 11, 12 kills combined in 6 rounds. paiN are averaging 2 kills a round.
Not nearly enough. While everybody on Imperial is firing on all cylinders. 4, 4, 5, 6, 7. Big U's yet to really wake up. Big key to the puzzle for paiN. It's half by. Gonna cross towards C. There's a player already waiting. Bam is really solid. No way. Gets 4 and 1 mag. Vinny steals the ace with the AUG on the sidelines. Succinct and clean victory versus the half by. This CT side for Imperial. I said it had to be solid to give them options, to give them footing towards that third map. They've started things off excellently with 6 rounds to 1.
That one round for paiN, just a little blip in the overall picture. Isolated and alone, an island, yellow, a sea of blue. A desert island, you might even say, Nate. I wonder if there's a palm tree on it.
Maybe.
Big
Phelps
U goes up.
blind.
That's a good nade.
Are they gonna clear Phelps?
They're trying to with these flashes, I think. Big U might
They're
actually
close,
flush him out.
No way. Big U, Lux gets no way. Phelps up close gets nothing. Snow, a big second to find, but now paiN need to transition this advantage into an actual tangible victory.
Won't happen if they stall out in the mid round, though. They're just going to get caught again if they do their usual, all right, mid round time, take a snack break, everybody, get your halftime oranges.
Surely they can't let that happen. NQZ's rotating up around top lobby, holding for aggression. This is the Imperial of old. This is the Imperial from Series 1 that we're seeing now. Less antsy, more in their element. Try specifically has been a masterclass on that op. 6-0. Aggression from Imperial up secret a pair. Senti finds 1. Try on backside A now finds a second. The advantage is flipped on its head. Imperial now 1 man ahead. 2 sitting back. Old Vents Try swings to find another. He's infallible. Finally felled by Cow. It's the first time in this map, and Vinny through the smoke gets an immediate trade. 7-1. The Brazil scoreline, Boggs.
Apt, isn't it?
It's the first time Tried has died in this map.
He's been great. He's also 1 kill per round right now, too.
We said he's suffocating. His cast is 80%. He should be having impact in every round spread across. Now paiN trying to change the pace with some half buys, 1 hero rifle, some pistols. Cowes goes 1 for 1. That's the only aggression we see. They get 1, they lose 1, and they stall once more.
Big 4K spray from Vinny. That's a messy one, and he finds nothing. Big Zeta strikes on the descent. He tries to come through and try to save the day. Smoke goes onto his position, and there might just be a better case for a save here, despite them having some money on Descenti and Vinny. It's not worth throwing these guns away. So Try and Nowhere are actually going to save here, and paiN will strike with a bit of a lucky round. The half buy will find them success. And what's the most critical part of this round, Nate? As they will actually finish off No Way too, leaving Try as the last one standing. He'll spot the elbow of Lux. He creeps through garage, strikes now, knows Lux is around. It's going to come down to timing, and he reads it perfectly. It's a picture book for Try, taking away all the guns of paiN, and now they cannot really afford to hunt. They need to save these guns, and Big Zeta is next in line to fall.
Unreal.
Unreal indeed, and for paiN, they actually went after they got that opening pick, Nate. They didn't just sit around and do nothing.
I'll say they didn't dawdle. They didn't slow down. They didn't consult the Oracle. They just went for it. They beat the Opticite. That's probably the biggest factor. Try is a menace right now. Even if the opening isn't convincing and clean, you know, 1 for 1, it's still enough if you keep going. Lots of nades exchanged early towards A. 3 in lobby, 2 in yard for paiN Gaming.
There's another one from Try as he continues to add to his tally in this game. No Way spotted, drops the molly, but he will be forced to flash himself out as Try gets a third! Try's doing it all. Snow will eliminate No Way out ramp, but Try's done it all. He's done enough to basically secure the round for Imperial. All they have to do is not give NQZ or Snow isolated 1v1 duels. Play together. They have 2 up towards A, 1 Mustang, 1 second Vents. Tries creeping through lobby. NQC's about to get dropped by Phelps on the swing. And Snow with the bomb on his back will be flashed and put down in due turn eventually. Who will be the one to nail his coffin? Not Phelps. It'll be Try. It's a casual 4K. 8 rounds on the board for Imperial, and I would say a 10-2 scoreline would not be out of the question here, as Imperial have absolutely dominated paiN on this opening half. And for paiN, yeah, they're 18-7. It's about to be 18-8, and deservedly so, because this is a completely different team that we saw on Dust2, and just the way they're playing their T side is incredibly uninspiring.
Uninspiring, it's afraid. It's not instill confidence. What does, though, is Try. We said, you know, he has impact across the board. We said, 1 kill per round. That was 2 rounds ago. Skyrocketed to a 1.5 kills per round now. 15 to his name. A 4K in that round, and I believe it was 3 in the round prior. Unreal. Like, they're not even, like, flashy, insane kills. They're just well played, well executed, and he's not missing. That's it.
Yeah, it's very
being supportive as well, chucking utility. It's just quintessential OPEC.
Like, I would say, like, Device. Nothing crazy, just get a kill, move, get another kill, move, get another kill, move, get another kill, move. It's all crosshair placement and reading the game.
Very solid.
Incredible.
All 5 in lobby, half buy. 1 hero rifle again on Lux this time. Some utility for an A site execute. Vinny, how was he around the flames? I'm not sure, and I'm not sure he knows why either. 3 kills before Try can finally open up the docket for his team, and even then he's finally taken down, finally traded. No Way. Had a decent map for himself. Second in command behind Try, but in a 1 versus 4, even he knows that the options are limited. He's going to save his AUG for the following. The economy of Imperial, in spite of their hefty number of wins, has been humbled. They're quite low on money. Next round's investment's going to be hamstrung. paiN Gaming a 3rd, and a very solid opportunity for a 4th off the back.
Well, they have to learn from their success on the pistol rounds, because this is now their 2nd pistol round half buy they've won. What has been the differentiating factor between these couple of rounds and the bulk of this half?
It's the simplicity, it's the speed.
Yeah. Gotta go fast. Take a page out of Sonic's book. It works. Imperial are not able to counter it. When they actually take the fights and move together, take coordinated utility peak duels, they work. They win.
It's not fancy Counter-Strike. It's no frill Counter-Strike. It's bare bones, default, generic strategy, and it's working out because
Stuff
they have
you'd
the
see in
Amers.
your average Face-It pug.
I'm not seeing people throw full lineups in my Face-It pugs, but
I forget we're in NA, aren't we?
yes. Don't even have those bound, bucko.
No smoke finds anymore, brother. Ooh, there's the opener. Phelps actually gets 2 through the smoke. That's a good start here for paiN. As Try and Vinny get a couple of more, and NQZ 1v5. Nothing he could do here. Maybe one extra kill. Takes half of his health on that engagement, too. And Imperial are going to take a 9-3 lead into the second half here. Massive start to the map number 2. They could not afford to lose. And we'll see after the break if Imperial can put this one to bed quick.
An uninspired and lackluster first half for paiN Gaming puts them on the back foot here on map number 2, 3-9. It's Pineapple Phillips and Boggs to bring you the action, and paiN Gaming to try and dig themselves out of this hole. The pistol round feels wholly necessary in this comeback. With dualies for Lux and Snow, no kits for this CT side, and a play outside for Imperial. One P250 for Try, and NQZ the opener onto Phelps. Snow down vents though, as Dooley's his teammate as well is with him. 2 sets of Doolies ready to rebuke a potential secret play.
Snow spots one, takes his shot, and backs away. Now just keeping an eye on things, goes for the jump spot. The boost up yields nothing. Time beginning to dwindle down to the 1 minute mark as Imperial work their way around and up towards A again. 3 players up the secret stairs, 1 in lobby. Looks like it's going to be in towards the A side eventually. NQZ still in garage. Will be cleared out, presumably. He's got a headshot onto one and damage onto another. He's eventually put down by No Way, who runs him down. Big Zeta keeping an eye on Heaven, but there's nobody there just yet. In fact, Secret could be the run here. But Snow's still down on B. Kawaz is in the vicinity as well.
Lux is ready for a fast rotation down as well. 30
Yep.
seconds left.
Snow's got the
25
info.
now. Now he does. Close the doors, head for the hills. Make them come to you. There's going to be one late ramp. Where is he? No way. Spotted, tagged. Snow still contesting. Rotation down the fence is through. Snow and Kawaz find one piece. There's that late flank ramp I was speaking of, but saying late is an understatement. It is abysmally late. Not even fashionable at this stage. Vicenti saves Kevlar and a USP in pistol. And that isn't one of the rounds of all time for Imperial.
Yeah, almost the same problem that paiN had on their first half, isn't it? Way too slow in the mid round.
Very.
That's a good hold and a really good read by Snow, though. He plays the beat stairs very well. Down by double doors. Bides his time, waits for his rotations, plays for info. Does not want to get up close and personal with the Glocks, even though he has dual Berettas. He plays the odds, he plays the percentages, and that's a really good way to work for Snow, and a critical pistol round for paiN. They don't let the bomb go down either, so it should be 5th on the board for them relatively quickly. They're going to need every bit of their strong CT side on Nuke. 66.4% win rate in the blue. And Big Zeta backing away to Unbreakable, gets a reload off before the Glocks just charge around the corner. NQZ's helping out as well. Luck 2, maybe 3. No, he'll actually fall down. Big Zeta gets the finisher, and so the rifle will be carried over into the next round. But no real frills about that round. paiN get to 5. Here's the real test. If paiN win this one, then we might be able to start talking about a comeback here. If not, Imperial should be able to lock this one up and take us to our 3rd and final of the night, which would be Inferno.
Lots of implications in a round like this. 2 MP9s is a bit of a bonus for Big U and Kawaz. Also didn't notice, but Big U's having a very quiet map. Very uncharacteristic for him, but it happens from time to time.
Granted, everyone's had a quiet map for paiN.
That's true. Double MP9 at ramp.
Wait, hold on,
I
Nate.
like the call.
Not a single player has double digits for paiN yet. Finally.
Easy. 1 for 1. You spoke it into existence. He's a 10.
Yeah. But it's round 15. There's 3 players with double digits on Imperial. That's only one. It's not enough. Trades going back and forth. Imperial 3v3. Lots of space to work in a good amount of time as well. It's going to come down to very good info play and some good anchor play from paiN. Lux has to, or rather Big U has to anchor B with an MP9. And now they're getting outer yard control. Oh, the backstab. But no way! That's huge. That can turn the tide.
Advantage secured now. Rifle upgrade. And no, up to 1 flash is all that Vinny has to work with. Spammed through the wall. Death by 1,000 cuts. It's Try, the raid boss. 1v3. Without his characteristic weapon, he'll have little issue getting the bomb, but actually getting to site and securing around is a different story. Spam from Snow through that vent has been huge. Flank is on. Timer now set. The trap is actually closed. Very nice scoreline, and that's when we can see paiN now. So I take a comeback. It's 3 in a row. They win that first rifle round. Big U as well is waking up. That's a very big, necessary thing for paiN to come back in this one.
Necessary indeed. Win this one clean, build that bank, get within 2. Things start looking a lot more possible. Right now it's plausible. We haven't quite gotten to myth confirmed or busted just yet, Nate. Still a long road to decide whether or not it will be finalized positively or negatively for paiN. I'm surprised Imperial really haven't gone for anything aggressive yet, though, because they have the pistols. They're best either holding corners or pushing aggressively, and they actually might be getting a push in from... I hope not. There's no reason to aggress against the pistols if you're paiN. Don't give a rifle over.
Definitely shouldn't. You know what they're up against for the most part. Snow needs to be very careful here. You can just get in front of that flash. He's going to teammate with them as well. Spam from Big U's era. Good for 1 eventually. Down the vents in the chaos, 1 shall go. Phelps good for 1. And he's still indoors as well. He's been sidestepped. This thing's interesting.
The bomb is out A.
Yeah, he sidestepped him.
Yep.
Double fake. It went down the vents, faked it down there.
Heaven rotate.
Go towards A.
Big U up heaven.
He is. Gets the spot. Oh, the gun blocked him.
That view model's strange.
It is. Vinny gets the plant. Look at the lag on our end, but still the game is live. Lux finds 1. Big U is second. The last alive is Descenti. Rotating up outside. Being watched for. Can't quite win the duel. It's a shotgun op from NQZ. A sign of confidence from him as he's awakening individually, as is Snow. Defuse secured. Imperial, though, with the bomb plant, they'll have a solid buy in the following.
Yeah, strong buy. But now paiN are starting to build some momentum. Individuals are waking up. NQZ, Snow, as you said, and a timeout called here, a technical rather, as maybe that wasn't just lag on our end, Nate, but maybe lag on Big Zeta. We'll find out though. See how long it is until we get back into the game. But while we have Big Zeta on screen, that's a very peculiar view model for CS2.
Left hand.
And it looks so tight into the body, too.
It does. It's weird.
And up. It looks up and in. I would love to see his gun out again. Because see, look how low the gun is and far out on NQZ. It's like half the distance in and like another like 3/4 up.
Yeah. I want to highlight the stats really quickly. The last time these two teams played on this map. When they played last, Imperial started CT side. It was a 6-6 half. But Imperial took over in that second. They had 7 wins on the T side and 3 losses on the T side in terms of rounds. Much slower start this time around. And as well, that's with Henny, not with Try.
That is very true. Try a little less flashy than Henny on the op.
Less flashy, more consistent.
Mm-hmm. Much more reliable in the way that you would like on a CT side in particular, for example. Very much, he's going to get your shot, he's going to get your kill, he might even get 2 or 3, but he's going to secure you at least 1 on the hold and be able to fall away for another try. That's his duty. That's his style. Very methodical. Is it necessarily better? I think it's a very subjective choice. But if you have a team with players like No Way, like Descenti, like Phelps, who can go hyper aggro, it's probably much for the better because he is so stable.
Yeah. He raises the floor tremendously.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, might not get that peak. We're not looking for a natural ebb and flow. We're looking for consistency.
Exactly. You're only as good as you are good consistent.
When I think of Try, I think of consistency.
Mm-hmm. It's been that way
the most
since the
consistent
old
in South America. Force. Shoulder spotted. Miss for NQZ. Phelps has been felled. Lux finds an opener. Try a good trade though up top, drops Lux in kind. His run ramp is a good idea, and it does yield fruit in the early goings. Senti finds one. NQZ in the op, peeks around again, same angle, gets the kill this time around, back to even footing. The jump in from No Way, though, is sensational, swings it right back to the T-side's favor. NQZ and Snow paired of try and bring it back from the brink. When it goes down, good swing from Snow is good for one. NQZ on his back finds the second. The last alive is Descenti. He had a good first series of the day, but now a clutch is required. A 1v2 with that spots them both. They nearly line up. He does so much damage, but he can't kill either. AK will be dropped for an op. It's outside in the yard, I'm sure, for NQZ. Defuse coming through. We have a one-round game, Boggs, as at this point, paiN have successfully pulled off the comeback.
So far, they've won 5 in a row on the CT side. They have not yet lost a round on the second half. Imperial. Go ahead.
I said 5 in a row.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's been a big clawback. And there has been... Oh, no, NQZ just got knifed off spawn. Oh, that's not good.
The left foot to the back.
Yep. Team damage is on, boys. You can't be making mistakes like that at this stage of the game.
What is this smoke?
There's a gap.
Is it missed?
I think so.
It feels almost purposeful with how bad it is.
But they're not really baiting him into it.
And they somehow get cross. They somehow get secret. Uncontested.
Mm-hmm. Is there anyone down?
No. I'm left scratching my head. NQZ now is low as well. Big Uzera falls with only some damage onto Vinny. This is the makings of an Imperial round at this stage. Try swings out. Ooh, a miss on the op, but a trade from No Way. Good pacing, good spacing. A unified peek from 2 angles. 3 versus 4 for paiN. Do they go for it is the question. The op is low. He's back garage. The other 2 are both towards ramp, and they've been heard by Vinny, the mastermind. All the way down. We'll face Cubby. Still playing the headshot angle well. Taking the shots, will not connect it, but he'll do a lot of damage. Snow drops Vinny back to even footing, but again, 2 players below 5 HP. Almost been smoked, but time is of the essence. NQZ, a late playing secret, finds one. Lux dropping down, finds another. In the dying embers of the round, they might just steal it. Descent to the last, and the Vents has to spam the defuser. He does hit the shot. Lux gets the kill, but Imperial steal the round. Back and forth, down to the wire. Imperial, a much needed victory, albeit at a hefty cost.
That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. The last chance kill on the spam. Both players low. He takes them both down. Literally a second longer, and the defuse comes through anyways. No tie game for paiN. Instead, they'll have to reinvest and reinvest heavily as they are down towards that potential reset zone. Imperial trying to get something back as their money's still not great either. They lost everybody. One opening for Big Azetta and a little bit more damage chunked on towards No Way by virtue of that HE tossed red. Down the secret tunnels they go, though. And again, Imperial are able to get down into secret for free. Well, not for free this time, but relatively for free. They'll just wait for some pushes and rotations, but this time paiN have players in the tunnels ready to stymie any sort of pushing coming through. Very passive angle from Big Azetta, just keeping an eye on the mini run. And they're just content to give up this fight, this run towards secret, it seems, on the CT side, and Imperial are about to oblige.
These late flank ramp also expected at this stage.
It's happened before.
Tremendous implications in this round, though. The money's low for Imperial. The same could be said for paiN, though. Everybody barring Big U's below 2K. Big U's only at 2K. Loss here would be catastrophic for their economy. They have to force him as best they could. Here comes the pop into B. Mac 10 opens things on to Kawez. Try a second on a Big U, heard by that Molotov tick. 3 versus 4. There's the late flank spotting the off of NQZ. If he can get this kill, maybe the retake's on. Till then, it's kind of at a standstill. In fact, they're just playing to save. They're all trying to get this player hunting, or are they? With that opening from NQZ and that kill from Snow, maybe they just have a shot. Racing down again. Time is of the essence. Halfway gone. No way. Backside, the first secured. A second spotted, but not secured in kind. A good trade. The last alive is Try in towards the econ. Open the door. He'll swing for one. Time of the essence. Snow's going to stick it. Trying to bait Try in. He will do so successfully, but Try will not miss. 11-8. Another critical victory for Imperial. This time off the back of Try and his Galil. 11-8. Not quite map point, but Imperial, they have broken paiN. Their economy rather low, and back to this point, basically against the wall.
And Imperial are the ones calling a timeout, which is very interesting. Are they saying that they don't feel confident? Which I can actually see that, legitimately. 2 very narrow rounds they've scraped by with. Now, the only thing is, you're also giving paiN time to figure out what they want to do economically, what they want to do in this round. Big U has a FAMAS and no armor. He'll drop that over to NQZ, who also has no armor. And who will buy armor. An MP9, a hero FAMAS, which is not a phrase you want to hear ever. And 3 5.7s, only one of which has armor. 4 5.7s now, no MP9. 2 5.7s have armor. Utility is all but a smoke. Strange round for paiN. Can they find a way to win it? It's definitely possible. Should it be possible? No. Very low percentage. We should be seeing Imperial at 12.
Playing pistols to their strengths, at least. Close. Scrappy angles. Straight race into A is the play. That hero FAMAS is in heaven, and it's been tagged low now. Snow back sight. Biding his time. That range for the 5.7 is just not worth it. Player back of New Vents finds another onto that hero FAMAS, which might have just fallen onto the site. No, Big U's picked it up. At this point, it's going to be a saved FAMAS for the following. 12-8 Imperial. Don't allow a complete comeback. Finally get their ducks in a row. 5-7 of Big U does nothing. paiN Gaming gonna need 4 rounds in a row to get to overtime on map 2.
Same situation that Imperial found themselves in on map number 1. 4 rounds between them and overtime. That's the problem, too, for paiN. Only 3 rounds in their T-half. It's not enough, realistically speaking. Nuke is not that CT-sided anymore. They had a streak of 5 to start off this half. They'll need a streak of 4 to take it to overtime. They have the glass cannon op of NQZ. No op for Try. Vinny on a Mac 10. Money's still not fantastic for Imperial. There's a chance here, definitely. But they need to win their duels. They need to find the answers here. The answers which have not been able to come consistently on this map for paiN. Perhaps their nuke struggles against this team of Imperial will continue. So while they have a more than 2-to-1 win rate on this map, paiN. This would be their 3rd loss in 4 maps on Nuke to Imperial. Again, I think it boils down to the lack of a effective offense for paiN.
Did themselves no favors. Again, neither team looks godlike. Both are definitely showing shortcomings and struggles, but much like map one, I feel like Imperial have earned this in the same light. Big U, good for one. No way, though. A trade across the map keeps things even and honest. Only scraps of utility left for both teams. And next to no time either. Imperial need to be careful. 30 seconds left. Have to be cognizant of this. Lux rotating around, catches the one on the B split. Now the rest of this T side come from ramp. Smoke down double doors. Fake plant attempted to draw people out, but Big U does not bite. He instead goes towards control and finds one. Plant a long last down, but Big U through the smoke. A big performance from him. A second on that and a third in the round total. Try, the last alive, up top, back behind the silo. Does pass the first trial. Has been the raid boss in this one, but too many targets. So he will fall. paiN stay alive with 3 surviving. Some AKs picked up. The op still in hand for NQZ. Still a long way to go to get to overtime.
Counter-terrorists win.
Very long way. 3 more rounds in a row. Although a victory here might even get Imperial onto a save, which would bring paiN within 1. 25% of the way for paiN. NQZ will have armor behind that op now, which will be good. Try has one of his own. Utility becoming a bit sparse for Imperial as well. Keep an eye on that as we get towards the mid-late round if it's not a fast pump from the T's. Squeaky door blown over, but Try wins that fight against NQZ. That's a good opening duel to win for the Hopper. Very consistent. That's been our storyline for him throughout the course of this series. Throughout the course of the evening, really. Ooh, tags down Phelps. Big as head around outside. Hoping he can catch Phelps lacking. Oh, flashing to garage for the peek. Phelps spotted, not removed. Big U drops his smoke, still lurking around. And credits, Try. So many different angles to keep an eye on. Has to be very careful. And Big U's grabbed the op here. I don't know if that's exactly a good idea. We'll see if it works. The rifle almost seems to be a better option for multi-kills. You're down a man. It looks like it's going to be a fast explosion from Imperial once they eventually make a site because they're still stalling out in outer yard. They're congregating and having a nice little meal over in lobby. Now they're going to go for the A split. Mini and squeaky door blown open. Big U back sight with the big green, but Snow has the first. Big U scopes, peeks out, but he is felled. Cowas drops as well. Bomb can go down here, but Snow has another. Has Lux with him. Lux and Snow. They've been good. Snow in particular on this map. As the bomb ticks away, minimal utility, 1 kit on Snow. Phelps at second vents. 1 towards Squeaky. Good little combo between Phelps and Senti. Leaving a low HP Lux. Nigh unwinnable situation. It will be unwinnable. And we will find Inferno for our victor here as Imperial take their opponent's map pick. We have a map pick trade. 13-8 on Dust2, 13-9 on Nuke. Much better look from Imperial, but they also rode the coattails of Try from start to finish. Most played map for either of these two sides. 5-6 for Imperial, 7-5 for paiN. But the one real outlier is the fact that it's a 2-0 lead on this map for paiN in the last 3 months. As we hop in here, we'll find out who won that knife round. Not going to say the all-critical knife round, but definitely a very important one to get that CT side start. And it's paiN who start on the defense. Dual Berettas out for Lux. Raid boss for him. Kit for Big Uzetta. P250 armor for No Way. Utility for Vinny and Try. Cowas gets a spot out towards alt middle. Already sees a couple of heads. 4 stack over towards A. This is a hard read from paiN. And it might actually be played against them. Never mind. It's just going to be a lurk for Vinny. Lux has the info on the jiggles. We'll see how this one unfolds with this bracket stack here from the CT side.
Bracket stack could absolutely shut Imperial out of A and out of the round. Here come the nades. Big U peeks in, does get one after fading away with the smoke. A second for NQZ, belabored, but he got it. Out of ammo, he misses the opportunity on the second, but he's still alive. They have successfully forced Imperial to look elsewhere. Lux back to the site, looking to hold the cross, finds one on the dualies. He won't miss that opportunity. The last two now are barreling forward in hopes of overwhelming the dualies. They do succeed on the first, They give a trade. Vinny in the clutch. A 1 versus 4. Got one. And he reads it well, knowing he can get the bomb plant down, knowing that Snow is going to wait for his teammates. Good play from Vinny to get the bomb down, but I can't see him winning the round. He gets a gush onto 1. And a finish, but not the second. Snow up close. Puts him to bed. 1-0 for paiN, but the bomb plant means that Imperial can go for the force buy in round 2.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You let the bomb go down, and Vinny got a couple of extra kills. Now, for paiN, they played it a lot different than Imperial did when they had the 1v4 for Lux go against them. There was the second peek. There was the double swing available. That refrag was right there. And that's what saved the day there for paiN. If they give the isolated 1v1s over, decent chance they lose the round. So, for paiN, good job to play disciplined, to play together. And for Imperial, not a lot of utility, but a couple of Molotovs can help out. Smoke for try as well. 3 rifles, MAC-10, Tech-9. There's a chance they could overwhelm the SMGs of paiN, although Inferno is more prone to SMG success. This aggression might actually work in favor of Imperial as the Molotov isolates Snow away from Lux. The nade does a lot of damage, but it's a man advantage for the T's with a good amount of time left on the clock.
Was a man advantage for the T's. The one of the 2 rifles, rather, NQZ, catches a lurk through the smoke top middle brackets. Imperial are going to continue to probe in this direction as well. Big Uzera Arch has an M4 of his own. Be very careful walking in his direction. 2 spotted, a lineup for a pair. Try gets the trade, but I feel like the damage has been done with that one. A wrap in towards A is the call. NQZ is lurking in the apartments. He might just stop the bomb plant outright. 3 versus 2. Try has the right read, and he has the shot as well in spite of being tagged. And in spite of timing going against him. Lux. Towards truck side, the MP9 could do both these players in quickly. Clearing up, gets the first, knows when the second is. Now the shots ring through, don't connect. And Lux caps it off with a pair. Bomb plant secured, though. Gives Imperial a little bit of extra cash in the bank going forward. Regardless, it should be a save in round 3.
It could be a half, actually. Get some armor and pistols, do some more damage to the economy, and Imperial smelling blood in the water. Going to get a hero rifle on Phelps and try. I actually really like this call. I like this call a lot. There's not a lot of money for paiN. It's T-side Inferno. What the heck? Why not give it a shot? I'm completely fine with this.
Good call. They know they're low. They know they have a realistic chance, Imperial. They have a good read of the map. It's a confidence call.
Now, if paiN won this clean, then things quickly, and, well, the MP9 finds nothing. NQZ blinded, still knocks down 2. Finally traded back by Try, and arch side wide open for the T's. Cowes goes for a bit of a spray, can't connect it. Tosses in the smoke and a flash. He'll peek around that smoke, not exactly great, but he'll be able to ice it. A couple of duels. Last one there is Vinny. They've got 3 kills again and another bomb plant. It's winnable for Vinny, but given the fact it's a 1-2 combo from maps and lane, there's not much Vinny can do here. He's spotted. Should be removed in due order. Fight won by Lux there. And so it's a 3-0 start for paiN. 3 plants in a row for Imperial. I don't think they'll force into this next one, though. Go for a half buy, pistols and armor, tech 9s, do some damage. Oh, actually, they could actually full buy this more than paiN are going to be able to afford.
Yeah. That's the issue with the T side. You get that bomb plant and you make it close. You're going to have a buy eventually just because of the loss bonus alone. And so they can go for it once more. AKs for the most part. A Galil for Descenti to prioritize utility. I can respect that play. Same for Vinny. And Try doesn't need an op on the T side. He can be more than serviceable with the AK, and that's what he goes for. Full rifles and an op for paiN. They've invested most, if not all, of their income Russian Banana does not pay off early. 2 kills, 3 kills at the mouth of Banana, half wall, 4. Snow finds one before he melts. The last is Dust2, and he's wondering what the heck happened. You can at least get bombed, but a 1 versus 4, not really feasible. Banana trying to find something around these smokes, just like his teammates did just a couple seconds ago. But at this point, it feels like just delaying the inevitable. Shouldn't have a chance in this round. Probably doesn't want to save either because he'd only have $50 in the bank. 4-0 seems like the only outcome.
Maybe we can cook something up in the kitchen in the meantime. But it's going to be a save there from Dust2. And for the first time, no bomb plant for Imperial in this map. Be something that can help paiN, as they should be able to finally stabilize economy, as Imperial won't really have the money to go for a full investment. A half buy they kind of can, but that's about it here. Here, actually, with the hero rifle, they might be enticed to go for another full buy, but at that point, Nate, if you lose it, you're down 5-0, and you still haven't had a proper buy-up. I think this is a really good timeout for Imperial. Figure out what exactly they want to do in the situation. Because, yes, that full investment is tempting, but is it the best option for you? It's an awful risk. And can you afford to take that here on map 3?
I think we always talk about these contentious rounds being difficult for the CT side and that it messes up. Ooh, the big user attack. I don't know if you've seen that smoke, Fogs. This is an aside. Have you seen that smoke? We call it the instant chaos in my Discord. It pops bottom mid before the T's even get out.
Okay, yes. I have seen
it pops
that
just in front of underpass.
Mm-hmm.
It's the chaos smoke. It's one of the best smokes right now. But back to what I was saying. Normally we talk about these close rounds really hindering paiN's economy as the CT side, but right now, because they're winning them so consistently, it's hindering Imperial because they keep feeling compelled to go for the 4 spot. It keeps on forcing them into these weird rounds where they fully force, and they will at long last capitulate. They will finally go for the half, for the most part, with 2 hero rifles. This is the smoke, by the way, right here. Pops before they can get in front of it. It's dangerous how good it is. Slower round for Imperial. So my brain has been all over the place again, talking about these close rounds hindering Imperial. NQZ. Op at porch is always a risk because there's 2 angles to watch, whereas there's only 1 for Arch. QZ's a balancing act between the 2.
This is aggressive. And there's not really any refrag potential if he gets isolated here either, because he has a player in pit and a player on balcony. It's going to drop these at our way, this flash and utility pit towards E. Cowes, 1 and 2, has no support now as his pit player abandons him. NQZ is stuck on an island in porch, and he is sitting them down on the swing out there. There's another one from NQZ. A nice little wall bang onto Dust2. Try brings the bomb towards site as the 3 remaining paiN Gaming players converge on his position. But there is a bomb plant 4 in 5 rounds for Imperial, and considering their investment, that is definitely something that'll help out. Try tag, not quite tagged. 1 more on to Lux for his troubles. Diffuse comes through. A couple huge kills from NQZ, though, staying alive. Don't want to give Try that op in that situation. And 5-0 start for paiN, although it has not been clean enough to really build confidence in this team yet, Nate. It's almost eerily similar to how Dust2 started, where it was very tight. The only thing is paiN now a 5-0 lead and eking it out in a little bit more confident of a fashion.
Yeah, at least they're consistently winning rounds, and enough to build the CT economy very slowly. It's growing at a snail's pace, but it is growing nonetheless. Imperial have done good to get bomb plants. They've gotten so close every single time. Close doesn't cut it. Finally a solid investment for them, though. It gets across the board near full utility. Actually, I think it is full utility. Snow down to 7 immediately from a nade stack towards Car. And again, this aggression banana called out, this time by Lux up close and personal. Smoke popped. No kills off the back of it. Top of NQZ now jumping up. Ready to support at a moment's notice. Meanwhile, it's kind of just aggression and presence being shown across the map. A bit scrappy, a bit chaotic from Imperial. They try to keep their options open. Lux and Snow combined total of 20 health. NQZ drops the op over to his low comrade. Imperial gonna leave one in apartments to lurk. Hold for rotations, that's Descenti. The bulk of the squad, 3/5, or 3 of the 4 remaining, are going to go towards B. 2 defenders here. Op back sight. The one up close first oranges and NQZ. Molotov at the ready. It's going to be a difficult site to crack open for Imperial. They have time to work with.
Utility flies in. Lux, low on health, is here, and he will make his first shot count and rotate out towards New Box 2 with the Molotov baiting. They don't expect him here! And Eden lands the second, this time on to try. NQZ over towards oranges, biding his time. They know where Lux is. They don't know where NQZ is. Now they clear out Lux, and they don't clear out NQZ, who deals with Phelps. Now in towards Pit. Vicente not long for the world as he is bursted away by the Opper, who grabs his favorite weapon. And another timeout already used by Imperials. It's a 6-0 kickoff here for paiN. And another confident one, as the gun rounds are coming often for Imperial, but finding the same lack of result. And you have to wonder, this racetrack is getting pretty thin as the rounds move on. Because it's already halfway through the first half. The first quarter of the game is over. And Imperial yet to notch something in the win column.
Yeah, that feels like a turning point. Finally, a round that is not contentious. No bomb plant. 4/5 of the squad survive. They get AKs. That feels like it might just break Imperial. Timeout understandably called off the back of that, even if they are only on a half buy. Window of opportunity very much closing. They tried so hard in map number 2 to get to this point, and now they're falling flat. They put up a good fight in the first 5. The 6th, though, more or less a collapse. And now with 2 Galils, a MAC-10, and a pair of pistols, they're going to try to put anything on the board. Throw it at the wall, hope it sticks. Thus far, it hasn't been.
Banana seems to be the early play right now. A little bit of utility. 3 Molotovs flashing towards Car, Snow, and Lux. Seem to be a duo for this paiN gaming side on a lot of sites. Molotov ready. Nade in hand as well. Final taking to start coming through. Smoke's going down. Counter util being prepped. Molly down. Second Molly into oranges. Nades through. Smoke's in. Chaos on sight. The Snow pops up for 2 as he continues to spray away for a potential third, but it's no way flying on the MAC-10 to shut him down. Very low on health, though, are these players. Nocenti and No Way try down to 66 HP as well. Plant not even going to come through yet. They don't want to risk it. Now they'll plant a little bit safer. Nade in the hands of Big Azetta can take out potentially 2 players depending on where they position. They're both in dark. Oh no, a nade into dark. They're done. Toast. Big U, toss it. Throw the nade. Do it. Don't think you will, though. NQZ caught in the open. That's huge from Try. You can now split behind. Cowas and Big Azetta need to pick up the pace here. They have to clear out. Big Azetta looking for the opportunity. They still have not expected the player coming on from behind. And Descenti's low HP will spray down both, meaning that Imperial finally get around on the board. Comes a little bit unlikely, have to say. a bit surprising in how paiN played that round, and it seems like they let that one slip.
Definitely feels like they did. Double from the MAC-10, a true hero play to crack open this map for Imperial. And paiN know they let it slip a bit. They know they got lost in the time there at the end. Call a tactical pause, need to tighten things up. They still have enough money for a solid investment. Isolate that one victory and really cement this map as your own, because right now Imperial still have a narrow window of opportunity back in.
A few more rounds for Imperial, 4 to 5 would be nice. paiN still have the opportunity to establish a stranglehold moving into that second half, or they will have to make it work on the attack. NQZ going to take his opting over towards apartments. Cowes will run into try here. Spots, I think he spotted. No, he didn't. He didn't. He doesn't see anything at all. I think X-Ray betrayed me there.
Did.
Yep.
Either one saw each other. Op now in apartments is holding for tries peak. Descenti, though, might be the first to bat on the stairs instead. No, it's actually the op. Descenti tries to swing for a trade, but the timing's not tight enough. NQZ will drop back down. Gets support from sight. That is Big U. He's actually going to press forward. Trying to find the advantage, not just the trade. And while it is being held, he still wins. Vinny down. Snow knows the flank arch is a play. Still caught looking by Phelps. Lux now the next at bat. Spawn. Caught looking. Phelps, an expert swing back and forth to swing things back in his team's favor. 2 versus 3. NQZ and Figuzera both towards A. Now just NQZ on low HP. 19 to be exact, and he's caught by Descenti, much like his comrade. 2 for Imperial. 3 survive. The op is in hand for Descenti. He'll drop that over to try. Imperial, at long last, getting across the line.
Couple in a row now. The money has evaporated for paiN, and so Imperial should be a lock for a third. Also a score update, Nate. We are going to a third in the other series going on right now in MIBR versus Red Canids. That one split, and so they'll have a third too, so it's another mirror almost for this one. I think that just goes to show how close all 4 of these teams are.
Pistols. A Deagle for Lux. That's the only investment. Op for try, drop Snow. Good shot from him. Scary prospect now with him and op. With him and his op in hand. Dicey for paiN to deal with. The lone B defender found nothing. paiN rotating in now to try and do some damage and cause some chaos. I think he might have spotted the cross there, not certain. Plant down. Towards church. Eagle spam does not connect. No way, and Phelps want to pop. NQZ now low is going to run through the smoke, or at least walk into it. Senti drops Cows in the meanwhile, and Phelps gets the final nail in the coffin. Another very clean one for Imperial. 3 in a row. paiN. Feeling the hurt now.
I would say they're in pain. I would definitely have to agree with that one. NQZ, no utility, only armor on the op here. He's been good in this map. He has been very good. We asked for players on both sides to step up. Tries continued his good form. Descenti has returned to his Vertigo form from Series 1. And Snow and Lux kind of carrying on from their earlier form in this series as well. Lux, speaking of, will open things up onto No Way. Gets away with 24 HP. NQZ now with another one onto Phelps this time. His op has been huge on the CT side. Try peeking in, has Big Azetta, but but that's M4 88 and 4. Hurting Big Azetta. Unlucky. As it's a 4v3, but the health on both Lux and Try very low. Try, his health not as important since he is on the op. But it's very slow mid-round now as Imperial are hoping for a push from paiN, which should not come. They'll have to make a play themselves at some point. The onus is on the T's to make a move. Now they'll begin to throw.
Almost still bottom T steps or top T steps, I guess is the better way to put it. Has he just been standing still the whole time holding this tight angle? Senti. Inroads towards A. Something secured, but not a commitment yet. Looks like it might actually be a B play, and this is well read by Imperial. The lone B defender Snow's slowly sneaking over towards CT, trying to cheat over for a faster rotation. Senti is throwing this fake expertly. A second to kill secured. Snow needs to be a hero. Only two are here.
Gets the bomb down, it's over.
Line up. Both down and a critical one to find to get paiN back into the winner's column. Senti did so much to throw this fake, finding two and still living. So far removed, no chance for him in the round. paiN at least get a 7th, at least guarantee themselves the advantage going into the second half, which they haven't had in the series, might I add. Imperial was always leading at halftime in the last two maps. Big opportunity for them, but in the same vein, Imperial are far from done. They still have plenty of money to reinvest.
Plenty of money for that T side. When do we see a T side broke? It's not very often at all. Molotov's coming through towards Car. Nade goes in. Lux pushes through the flames, and he'll go 1 for 1. That's a little overzealous, as Snow now forced away before he would inevitably melt like Frosty. But he'll still finish off No Way and stick around towards Sandbags as the Car duel again going the way of paiN, which has been something decently consistent in this half. Another Molotov used, and Big Azetta this time. Famas with a pair. That is not something you want to see if you are Imperial. And Kawes blindsides Descenti from Boiler. Meaning last round of the half, a potential for a 9-3 lead for paiN. A pistol round victory puts them on the fast track to victory nonetheless in that second half, but they would love to really tighten that vice around Imperial and get ready for that grand final tomorrow for the spot on LAN at IEM Rio. NQZ and company have a little bit of a dance-off and towards spawn, and they'll make their way eventually. Might make NQZ's positioning a little bit different than he would have gone for otherwise. Maybe instead of an aggressive apps play, something more subdued. But Lux has been dropped by Try early. Descenti hurt by Kawes, surely. That's a big start. And now Kawes tagged down low by a nade. Very vulnerable. A lot of this rests on NQZ's hands. And Big Azetta out towards Arches.
Yes, it does. But if there's two you want to rely on, it's that pair. Kawes falling back towards truck side, will fall away at the first sign of utility. Big Azetta was shooting over towards B, now doubling back towards Arch, hiding behind the smoke. Biding their time, Imperial. Attack, they just threw a bit of a fake. They're going to double back. Descenti again left to lurk in the apartments. Makes sense. Rest of the squad now reasserting control of Banana. We're clearing things out. Looks clear for the most part. Only one defender's here, but a second is coming. That's Kawes. The question is, will he be early enough? Descenti drops Big Uzera over towards A again. That lurk has been insane. It's actually bottom middle. They know it's going to be a B play. The question is, can paiN hold on? Pushing to the smoke is Kawes. Good damage done. The spam connects with 1.5 to a second. Snow has blocked the smoke as well. Kawes another to the smoke. The M4 spams for another. And the Chaos Try doubles down on a Sec 9, bringing it to his team's favor. 1 versus 2 for NQZ. He has an unwieldy op in hand and a long rotation ahead of him.
He does have a nade, though. That could take out Try and Nubox. Molotov is well available. They're both at Nubox. A proper nade takes both. Ooh, this is...
Will he actually do it? Gun out is swinging out with the pistol. He's caught. 8-4. Imperial stemming the bleeding. We'll see you after the halftime break. Eight-4 lead for paiN Gaming on the decider of this best of three. It's Pineapple Phillips and Boggs to bring you the action. And an exciting conclusion to what has been a very long day one in this closed qualifier. Again, only one spot up for grabs at IEM Rio with 4 Brazilian teams vying for qualification. And paiN has hefty advantage. If they take this pistol, that might be over sooner rather than later. Imperial, what's the setup? A boost up towards Banana and a player first oranges. Double dualies for Phelps and No Way. Flash for Vinny. 2 sets of utility spread out on paiN. It's NQZ and Big Uzera. And Snow, actually. It's been spread out even further. Slow play for paiN, but a group up towards brackets. Imperial, though, a very passive CT side.
Well, 1 for Phelps. Something that needs to happen for Imperial here is the pistol round victory or a round 2 force win. The bomb plan would be huge for Imperial here, but Snow trades one back. The Senti only 1-for-1. That is not enough here for him, as paiN are still kind of stuck in limbo, working around. They're going back into A. Phelps has made his way through towards lane as the bomb will get planted back site. Are they watching for him, though? Kawez would have the angle. I believe he does. NQZ watching for the Moto run. Oh, dual Beretta's lineup. Phelps with only one. That's a huge return from Kawez. Vinny. And no way charging in. Kawez stuck behind. Lux Dome, but Kawez only one. It's Vinny to clutch up on the pistol round, but 4 kills plus bomb plant. You know there's going to be a 4 spy here from paiN. If they're able to win that second round 4s, that could send Imperial spiraling downwards into economic despair. Victory can get Imperial within striking distance of paiN here. Every round of the utmost importance from here on out. Final map of this best of 3.
Final map is best of 3. Everything here. Keep in mind, not an elimination matchup, but if you win this, you won't have to play 2 best of 3s tomorrow, just 1. And 4 spies there, as you mentioned. 3 AKs, a Galil, and a Deagle. Big U dropping an AK over to one of his teammates. 3 rifles to rival, though. The FAMAS on Vinny and 2 A1Ss for Phillips and Try. Lackluster utility, though, for both teams.
First contact, potentially the Deagle, no armor, but actually it's no way out for 1-for-1. NQZ and Snow traded out. And a potential run up towards B is Vinny has to fall away. He has a little bit of help coming in from Phelps, but that help now arriving as paiN will slow things down. Boost on top of Flowers gives Phelps a nice angle. Do they clear him out? Lux actually in front of that smoke. It's spammed down by Vinny. NQZ crosses over, and Phelps deals with him, and Bigu's out of 2. Kawez chunked down to 60% of his health. Has Vinny at least one, but Try coming in the flank is there to shut him down from the backside. They'll do just that. Imperial bringing this back. 2 rounds separating the 2. And it should just be 1 round after this one, as it's going to be nothing but pistols for paiN. Maybe P250s, most likely just general Glocks and a little bit of utility. Imperial. Things starting to look up for them as they look to take this series with that reverse sweep.
First sweep. Very well done as well, keeping 3 alive and preventing a bomb plant. Dashes paiN's hopes of an early end to this one. Vinny's looking to harvest cash as well, and only dualies.
I respect it.
I do too, but just an interesting play. We do have some upgraded pistols. 4 Deagles and a P250. More money than we really thought there would be on this T side. They get another slow round for both teams.
Slow and steady wins the race, Nate.
Whew. There we go. Slow and steady. Fields of timing. Try. Double in response, but the P250 ensures things remain even nonetheless. A B split is the right call. There's only one defender here. It's no way. He's crossing into sight. Still 2 towards A. Bomb forward. Lux has a rifle in hand. Big U a Deagle. It's actually 2 Deagles, 1 on Snow as well. The walk through the smoke yields fruit. A big kill to find. Advantage secured and bomb planted. This wasn't even a 4 spy. This was a save.
Yeah, it was upgraded pistols. And it has somehow worked out in this a brilliant fashion. Descenti 1, 2. Can he get the third? Can he bring it back? Can he establish normalcy? Big Uzetta drops Vinny in the meantime, and Descenti low on health falls to the very same. Big Uzetta's hat trick, huge for paiN, and they bring it to Imperial. Just a couple upgraded pistols, no real armor, no real threat, no real chance, you would assume, right? But no. paiN strike at the jugular, and Imperial are forced to use their third and final timeout of this half, of this map, of this series. That is a tide turner, and no mistake. Imperial, what can they do buy-wise? Their money is shattered.
That was a chance to build their economy. Instead, they lose it.
Oh, yeah.
It's a massive loss. No economy. paiN definitely riding the highs of that. You can tell, even though they lost 4 players, the fact that they half-bought meant that they can easily invest now. NQZ has his op. We talked about it earlier. paiN, none of the individuals are really awake on Nuke, barring Snow at the end. Everybody's awake here. 9, 10, 11, 12, and 14 kills for the squad. Try has been, again, Mr. Consistent for Imperial, and Descenti's there with them. Vinny and No Way, have been quiet. Phelps has had his moments, but need to see more from Imperial. It's their turn for an eco round victory.
They pulled it off against MIBR earlier on in the night, or in the afternoon. Snow clears out the one lone A player. They don't know it's the lone A player. The bomb's actually bottom T ramp. And NQZ's op finds nothing but a lot of damage taken. Did he get headshot through the wall? Because that was one shot for 85 HP.
Must have been.
It's the only reasonable explanation.
Slow rotation in from the CT side, but still too slow. Side has been taken, smokes are down. At this point, Chaos running through is the best option for damage. 2 Deagles at well could hit their mark. We saw them hit their marks in the round prior. paiN, though. Feels like they've righted the ship. It feels like that last run was the turning point. The final nail in the coffin.
I'm not going to get confident for either team until the very end at this point, Nate.
It's never over till it's over, but it feels like it currently. And I'm confident in saying so. Here we go, the walking smoke. Chaos, nothing. Where's NQZ? Is he bottom middle? Yes, he is. Well removed. The bomb's going to go off. These 2 in pit will survive. Clean round for paiN. All 5 survive with their rifles in hand. Phelps and Try save some pistols and nothing more. paiN Gaming, a hop, skip, and a jump away from closing out this series 2-1.
Skip, jump, and a hop indeed. Op for Try. They'll have to try extra hard. Vinny and No Way, 6 kills apiece. Not exactly stellar. Everyone on paiN separated by 4 kills or less. We talked about how we needed paiN's individuals to show up, or Imperial's individuals for that matter. Imperial stars have been here. paiN's whole squad decided to wake up for the final map. Now, it's always the question, Nate, which we'll discuss tomorrow, where is it an advantage to play only 1, or is it an advantage to have the warm-up? Now, Big U will put a pin in that conversation for a minute as he gets the opening kill, and the second onto No Way, too. B is open for business, bomb going down, Snow is lurking elsewhere, he'll drop to Phelps. But Cowes is still here to hold down the rotations, or at least hunt these rifles out of the hands of Imperial. Cowes, 1 in spots the second, cannot get the spray on the last, but Descenti and Vinny will probably call this one quits. paiN will grab an 11th. And I think this one, Nate, will give us some time to kind of discuss that again. Do you want that final berth where you just have the one game, or do you want the warm-up?
It has to depend on the team. Really does. Biggie picked up that op because he was low HP. We'll drop it back down. Will not be saved by Imperial either, which means there will be no op for try going forward. That's a rather big thing to miss given his stellar performance.
Terrorists win.
11-6. Are we going to cobble together a buy, Imperial? Looks like we are. Then he can drop a FAMAS or an MP9. No way we'll probably have to buy something for himself. No, he can drop the MP9 instead. Try got a FAMAS from someone. Never mind, no way thinks better of it and goes for the 5-7 instead. Full buy for paiN. A boost up for Descenti on A to try and change things up for the CT side.
The op. NQZ looks for something, but the pistol, no way to find the opening. Molotov forces trying to the open, however, so we have a 4v4. That AK in no way's hands will be good, and Descenti doubles down from top of porch. Big Zeta might go for the kill. He debates it as Phelps watches Snow walk out the balcony. Big Zeta 1 versus 4 to a 1v3. Rotation from Vinny coming in through Speedway. Big U has the bomb. He's been spotted, and both players exchange damage.
No way, when this dual beams there, it'd be massive. Crack open the round. That's just conjecture. No way's the one to shut the door in his face. And Imperial not going to go quietly into the night. 7-11, still trailing by a good measure, but they bought some in time. They've chipped away somewhat. Still no op for try. NQZ will get one for himself. The T-side economy has been humbled, though. Only one player above 2K after the investments come through, and that's an opportunity. If Imperial can win 2 in a row, balance things out on the CT side, prevent a bomb plant, paiN's economy is going to be in the struggle department.
Vinny begins his advance forward. He'll be looking for some damage here. No way. Drops the smoke as Vinny is still towards tree. Mid play from paiN up to A. Try flashed off, but not enough to encourage a push from Snow or anybody else on that T side. And Vinny thinks about going through the smoke bottom banana, but elects against it. Rotations boxing them in as Vinny has all the information banana. It's entirely red by Imperial. paiN are walking into the trap. They're walking to the jaws of the beast, and that might actually discourage him to go through, but NQZ's skill might actually make it more plausible. Snow 1 for 1. No way, 2 kills. Maybe a third here as NQZ off shot misses. And all up to Snow now. He gets dropped. And so we have a 3-round difference between these two teams. paiN unable to put the 12th on the board and at least secure overtime. The lack of bomb plants is hurting their money significantly. Also, Imperial getting more and more confident as the rounds go on, and as they are able to bring their way back into this. Things are starting to slip out of the hands of paiN. Imperial can still win this in regulation. Be an incredible comeback and impressive work. But again, the pistols have been deadly for paiN. And they're back in action. With a hero AK on Big Zeta, who's starting to feel his confidence come back. Tech 9, Deagle. Money for Imperial still not great, so a couple of kills here and there for paiN. Honestly, not bad. Oh, it's huge, though.
That's insane. Spamming away, he gets 1 and tags a second. There's no contact being taken. Unreal. another set of spam almost connecting once more. Big use there. That hero rifle's at 38 HP. I want to drop it over to Kawaz, who at least has Kevlar. Up for No Way, second oranges. And a contact B play on the cards for paiN. Never mind, pop play. Agility thrown. All top stymies. Rotations are already forthcoming. paiN feels like the writing's on the wall. They're going to go for it, all four as a unit. But with three defenders here, it seems nigh impossible. Jump in comes. No Way on the spam. Finds two, finds three, and Phelps the fourth, stealing the ace. 2 rounds separate these teams. Again, paiN are prevented from getting a bomb plant. It hamstrings their economy. And Imperial turning up the heat now. As paiN call a timeout going into the rifle round.
Well, let's see what's going to happen for paiN. Wise use of the timeout, but they're falling into the similar patterns that they fell into on Nuke to me, Nate. Just way too slow in the mid-round, indecisive, or too overly decisive, just waiting. Sometimes you have to create your opportunities.
They're not doing anything.
No, they're
got
not.
Apartments controlled in that dead time. Sure, it would work, but as it stands, they haven't been doing anything.
It's quite one-dimensional.
Layup is in. Big use airs on a Mac 10. Utility is lackluster. It's going to be won by attrition for paiN if they want chances in round 21.
Nice opener from No Way, but it's traded back by Lux. 1 for 1. Still 2 more players on B. Make it just 1 as Lux is charging forward again. He's coming alive late. And he'll go for more. Sprayed down by Vinny, but NQZ there for the immediate refrag. Bomb going down. There's nobody else here for either side besides NQZ. Smokes down across the map as well. Literally all main entry points in towards the B side smoked off for at least a moment or two longer. The Senti sprays away, and Imperial are going to call it quits here. They're not going to risk these guns or their economy. They are going to be playing for overtime. 3 rounds in a row necessary for them to make it to overtime. But paiN off the back of the timeout. Much better result, but it all relies upon the shoulders of Lux, who's been able to bring a spotlight in key moments to this paiN roster.
Tremendous impact. Phelps an exit makes this even more costly for paiN, who are trying to get out of sheer desperation. NQZ probably falls. Yes, he does. Snow saves the op at least for NQZ. 12-9. Economy still touch and go for this T side. Economy doesn't matter too much to Imperial any longer because they lose around its curtains. Mac 10 still in play this time for Kawaz. The utilities come around as well for paiN. Again, be more decisive and or run some defaults. Don't just stagnate. Don't just wait. That is your enemy.
Stagnation is the enemy indeed. And that could be said for a lot of different things, Nate. Not just Counter-Strike rounds. Wise words, my friend. And try. We'll throw a little sediment here to stir up the waters. As he goes aggressive and finds Big Zeta around the corner. Brackets. Early pick for paiN. Or rather for Imperial. paiN down to 4. And they're stagnating again. Just as he said, don't stagnate. They fall back into the trap.
Stagnating and festering. Some brackets control, so at least something to show for this. Still 3 defenders on A. They haven't pulled the rotation. They haven't got any contact. Tries to go for a swing once more. Collateral. 1 in almost a second. Falling back, he survives as well. Sticking around. Bouncing about. Exploited by Imperial. And paiN's still just waffling. They aren't committing.
20 seconds.
20 seconds left. It's going to be a save.
No
They're saving
way.
rifles on round 22 on the T side.
Oh my gosh.
What are they going to have? A Mac 10 at best for NQZ, probably Tech 9, Big Uzera, maybe a Galil if he's really lucky.
Honestly, I'd say Tech 9 for both, or Tech 9 for NQZ, Mac 10 for Big U, and rush the crap out of Banana.
I agree. Something scrappy.
Yeah, flash over the half wall, charge in, try to get some control. You don't even have to commit off of it. Just let your players do something. If you want to go off of it, sure. If you don't, keep working A. But something to mix up the pace. Tech 9, Mac 10, Op for NQZ. I do like having that in his hands. He's been very good. But they're going slow with the Tech 9 and the Mac 10, and they're going for late banana control. Slow and steady.
Something.
Both
Two of the
AKs over
though.
A.
I was gonna say they're saying 2 AKs, 2 of the 3.
Yeah.
The lurk, or 2 of the 3 rifles, excuse me.
Yeah.
The lurk.
The Op for a B take is not exactly the best gun either.
And it's been naded down to 46. That was, I think, 100 damage nade right there.
Just about, yeah. Actually, might be one-on-one.
Smoke stymies the play. Minute left, and again, paiN just waffling. Indecisive, not taking contact. Looking lost. Walk up brackets. Try's been here. Try again. Epitome of consistency. Smoked off, throwing a nade to pop it. Through the smoke. Oh, the nade was too deep. He won't hit the shot. Jumping up, Phelps holding, finds one. Descenti over top smoke, might find some more support. Phelps a second before falling, but Snow and Cowes crack open the sight. There's a gap in the smoke, but it can't be exploited. Try only gets 1. 2 versus 3. paiN playing to close it out. Both in pit, one big, one small. And no utility left, barring one nade that is thrown. No utility now for Imperial on this retake. Spot comes in towards truck side. A lineup, Cowes and Snow find 1 apiece. Vinny a trade, and now a clutch for the Op of Try. He has 47 HP and a kit, but the bomb is planted for pit. Or is it? Try sticking the DB spam comes through. The jump up from Try is good, and Imperial will survive. They will bring us to round number 24, and they will bring us to the brink of overtime.
The brink! But can they push paiN over the edge? The bomb plant will give paiN something of a buy, but it's not going to be pretty. Scrappy. Incredibly scrappy buy. Trio of Mac Daddies. A Galil for Snow and an AK for Cowes. Imperial have the Op for Try. M4s across the board. Kits on 4. Plenty of utility. Helmets across as well. Flashing for Descenti, but he's also blind as well, so only does a little bit of chip damage onto Big Zeta. Now an audible over towards the B side. Nade too early. Lux now gaining steam, charging in. Mac 10 spots out 1, but no way traded. Failed nade from Vinny. He'll be stuck in first orange. He's trying to fight his way through 1, but only 1. Jumping with the Mac 10. Good move by Big Zeta. Grabs the M4A1. Gets the bomb down to dirt. I don't know if he'll have time to reload that, or he'll be spotted out towards Fountain. Takes a nade bit of damage anyways. As Snow tucks in towards New Box and QZ holding Banana with the Mac 10 in hand, up close and personal. Nobody coming his direction though, so that Mac 10, if it comes down to a 1vx situation or even a 1v1, is going to be pretty rough. Molotov forces Snow into the open, and he is put down. NQZ smoked off, flash into dark for Big Zeta. got the right idea. Phelps holding for NQZ. Bigger Zeta falls to the Senti. And now we have ourselves some overtime here as Imperial have brought it back to 12 apiece. I don't think we're going to go to the halftime break here. Production, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we're going to be rolling right into overtime. And that does seem to be the case right now, Nate. MR3 12.5K overtime. It's been the case for a while, but in case you stepped away from the game for a bit, a little bit of a refresher for you. But Imperial, CT side on lock. paiN's T side, 2 indecisive.
2 indecisive, and they start there once again. They can find themselves in the hole, in an irrecoverable hole. Unless they change their look rapidly. It was an 8-4 half at the start for paiN. Now it's overtime. Sounds like we had that brief pause, but we are directly into the action, ladies and gentlemen. No break. These teams to get any respite. Closing it out. Here and now. Keep in mind the magic number is 16. 3 rounds in each half in overtime. Opt for NQZ, opt for try. Both are the figureheads of their respective teams. paiN, this duo again working in apartments. One holding mid passively. Senti trying to get aggressive though in towards Boiler. Wants an early advantage.
No need to soften Senti up. No peek just yet either. Cowards will have to exit. He'll swing forward, and Snow is dinked too. Senti gets banged for his buck on that initial contact from Boiler. Try now, peeking in, sees another smoke behind, and Snow is down to 5 HP as he dives bombs out of balcony. Only no way to hold the B site. Now Vinny will begin his rotation over, not going through Speedway as to not be heard. Try's going to join him as well. It's a great read by Imperial, as paiN have been incredibly one-dimensional. What a shot by Lux to at least take down one, but it's still not great. The bomb's going to be locked into this as well, since there's the flank coming through from Phelps. And while Big Zed is probably going to say, hey guys, A's clear, are they going to expect Phelps all the way down bottom middle? There's no way they do. He's still an alt mid, but he'll make his way down eventually on the flank. Whether or not it can even be taken here by paiN remains to be seen. Attempts to plant, try over top, down goes Snow, and QZ spotted, but try removes him too. Defuse will come through, and Imperial will grab a lead here on Inferno. They've battled back for a long time. Their first lead on this map too, Nate. It could not come at a better time. Phelps holds the flank. Double op potential too for Imperial. Haven't really had too much success with that when they have tried it. I don't think they'll go for it here. They won't.
13-12, as you mentioned, first lead. Right at the very end. Steal it away. Mind fullest of full buys for the most part throughout overtime. That's how it goes. Unless you're on the CT side and you lose 2 in a row. Nade down middle. Another slow one for paiN. No contact taken. One walking apartments, one walking brackets. Yeah, how many times have we said it? They just sit. Only showing presence. I guess they do have someone in Lux pressuring up Banana. Let's try. He didn't miss his mark. He just shot through the wall, and that's not enough with the op. Try taken down, and that is quite the scalp for Kawaz to find. That beckons all of the T side of paiN towards A. Spot towards brackets themselves. QZ peeking in. Actually, Kawaz with the op peeking in. Low HP dropped over to him. Big kill to find. Second secured. And finally, paiN find direction at a critical juncture. 13-13 seems very likely at this stage. Bombs should be planted shortly. Goes. Imperial have enough to reinvest in the following. They aren't necessarily committing to this. Saving the AK could be useful. Probably like to grab that op. All the way over towards truck side. Sits for Descenti. Should have one for free. Yep. The second on by Vinny. They might actually try this now. They're racing in, at least trying to do damage. NQC gets Vinny. Snow gets Descenti. With actually an attempt at an outright defuse from No Way, hoping to thrive in the chaos. Everybody will die barring NQZ as the round expires. Not that it really matters. Economy, again, not too critical a factor in overtime, but both teams kind of wishy-washy. Not committing, not outright confident in their style. They're slowing things down and waiting for something to be presented to them on a platter.
It's wishy-washy is a very good way to describe it. It feels like both teams are second-guessing themselves way too much. And sometimes you just have to make a call and stick with it. Hesitation leads to mistakes. Or, as I'm sure you'll get this reference, Nate, fear is the mind killer. And it's living true right now. For both sides. Hesitation is fear. And that's a good little 1-2 entry here for paiN. Now it's tied back, though, as Phelps can try to get a second, but his spray unable to be controlled, leading to a 1-for-1 trade on lane, bomb down, and it has to be a retake now for Imperial. This is the last round of the first half of overtime. And if paiN are able to win 2 rounds in this side overtime, you have to imagine, given how well they did on the CT side, that they would have this one at least with a massive advantage going back in, because Imperial would need 2 rounds of the T side to bring this back. That smoke is buying a lot of time. No way nades himself through. Doesn't really do that good of a job. Vinny charges in as well. They have kits, but Snow holds the line from Big Pit. No Way last alive at a 1v3, running out of clock, running out of racetrack, and running out of HP as NQZ sprays him down. Lead for paiN 2 on the T side of OT. And Imperial now have to lock it down. No more timeouts for them either. See what can happen here for paiN. They win this one, get to double map point. On the CT side, they should be able to lock it down. Should be able to close it out. Keyword should.
Should. An update as well. Made in Brazil have bested Red Canids 13-6 on map 3. Red Canids are eliminated. Made in Brazil will play the loser of this one. The winner awaiting tomorrow in the grand finals. And 2 more. 2 of the next 3, I should say, and they will close out this series. It's been belabored. It's been ugly. But there is an end in sight if paiN play their cards right. This was their favorite side in regulation. 8 rounds found. 12, aka 2 of 3, which is what they need now to close it. Again, very slow from both teams. Imperial, though, showing more contact, at least showing presence across the map. There's been no casualties and no tangible damage done. Phelps is at 90. Other than that, or tried 89 as well, but proper contact. Looks like A is going to be the play. Smoke Arch. Play out apartments. 3 there and 2 towards truck side. Gal is on the balcony. Work cut out for him. A first secured. And NQZ's in the pit as well. And Big User from sight can support. A second for Big User before he falls. Phelps, though, looking to be the hero. He has rounds like these where he takes over. He's the hero. And this round is one of them. 3 kills for him. Lux trying to bring it back from the brink, however. A double in response leaves just try. The man, myth the legend, but he can't even find one. It's Lux tripling down to rival the likes of Phelps and to get his team to 15.
Lux's impact is uncanny. His team needs a hero. The bat signal goes up. And Lux answers the call. I don't know how he got that first one onto Phelps. I think he was aiming for somebody else, but he just got both players right away. That's just perfect from him. A little bit of luck. And Lux. Getting that shining light for paiN. When they need a player to stand up in a big moment. He's there. Now Imperial backs against the wall. Double match point for paiN on the CT side this time. Much easier to close it out on the defense. Imperial will throw everything they have at the wall here. It's a very trepidatious start. 3 players still towards bottom mid. 1 brackets, 1 T-apps. Hesitation. In the name of the game. Not in the positive way.
Not in a positive way. Mid left, again, no casualties. Slow. I say at this point, overly cautious. You feel the tension in the server. Imperial have made their choice. 4 coming up banana, 1 lurking in apartments. That was Descenti, and it still is Descenti. He's been a monster in those halls. Snow up close, bottom first. Oranges, NQZ now rotating in to bolster this defense. paiN. Can they rebuke the take? Or will Imperial stay alive again against all odds? Swing in, Snow only good for damage. Lux backside, the labor spray doesn't connect, but the swing from NQZ is huge. It's trades back and forth, 3 versus 3. The op of Try, ever confident, ever present, finds the trade. Establishes a tenuous advantage, 3 versus 2. The issue is Descenti's across the map. If Kawes and Big Uzera can make this retake quick, they can get the defuse while only finding 2. The issue is Try, his op, indomitable. He finds 1, takes a dink, but finds another as well. 3 kills for him in the round, the hero of it. 26 kills to his name, tied with Phelps. And Imperial, again, finding ways to stay alive, staving off a victory from paiN. And now, 1 match point for paiN. If they lose this one, we're back at the very start of OT, essentially. 3-round halves, but with paiN starting on the CT side in this bout.
Winner awaits the winner of MIBR versus the loser of this one. We'll have that tomorrow, same place. But right now, this one's not yet over. Molotov goes in, no way over towards tree. He's gonna hear a little bit of noise here. Lux goes forward, and no way is created by Snow. Try uncharacteristic miss, giving all the opportunity now to paiN. Big Uzetta swings with Snow as well. And this one might be curtains for Imperial in their upper bracket run. In towards A, they surge. Molotov in towards arches, and they'll pump the brakes towards brackets. The Molotov's still gonna give away exactly what their plan is. NQZ's holding the angle anyways. He's ready to shut them down should they cross, but he has to keep an eye on apartments and lane as well. Snow has made his way through. That's exactly why the confidence is there. Snow is spotted, not yet dispatched. And he around the corner, takes the fight with a bomb. Good spray. CT open, 45 seconds to go. Plenty of opportunity here for Imperial. In this 2 versus 3, they've had a marvelous job of staying alive. But eventually, the heartbeat will stop. One way or another, either victory or defeat. This game will end. And Big Uzetta backs back towards the site. Last 2 players, 20 seconds to go. In towards B, Bigu at coffins. Watches that smoke go through. Sees one on the cross. In! He's on smoke! He sprays! He prays! He gets 1 and all but the last. Vinny, 7 HP, gets the bomb down. Nade for Kawes. Surely that's been called low HP on Vinny. Where will the nade sail? Will it be thrown? NQZ, USP in hand. You know that call's been made now. And Kawes gun in hand as well. The A4 looking to strike. Time beginning to dwindle. Nade goes deep. They will try to clear him out. NQZ spots him. Vinny's out of ammunition. Could not go worse for him now. NQZ on the bomb. This is it. paiN have taken down Imperial here. Cowways puts the final nail in that coffin. But either way, the time was not there, the ammunition not available. And paiN limp across the finish line to book their spot in the grand final.
They booked their spot in the grand final. This wasn't even an elimination game. It was just a game to avoid a first best of 3